And welcome back, everybody, to Game 4 of the day. Whew. Anybody else getting tired?
Got to refuel. All set.
Yeah. Mike said it perfectly on GM chat on Wednesday that we are now at the age where we have to spend a significant amount of time preparing for what 30 years ago was just a normal gaming day.
Yeah, half of a normal gaming day, actually.
Yeah. So
I just wanted to say thank you for my fuel. Pitch Black, which was yes. So this is my drug of choice.
That's her jam
Since
right
don't
there.
Make anymore,
yeah.
We found some.
I had 4 cans squirreled away just for
4
her.
cans. They were given to me, and I will guard them with my life, my fucking precious. But I had one, so now there's only 3. I know.
Yeah, 4 hours to go. You might need them.
Yeah,
I might need them all.
All right, so the way we usually do this is we do announcements first, and tonight, obviously, the only announcement is this is the conclusion of our Extra Life Marathon for Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. And we would really, really, really like it if you would go to this link right up here, bit.ly/3OJMDocs, and pitch in a few dollars to help kids in the Children's Miracle Network hospitals in Canada, the U.S., and Puerto Rico. So we would encourage you to do that. Please do that. Pam, do we have a update on how much Extra Life has raised this year?
Let me pull it up and see. I just closed Twitter, but they have been doing updates kind of once an hour. So let me see if they've got a new one. Yes, you just helped us cross 2 minutes ago. $11 million raised to date.
Oh my goodness!
So
That's
awesome.
fantastic.
Excellent.
And
Somebody
it's
listen to Mike and put in 50K.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's only 4 o'clock on the West Coast, and so there's still a lot of gaming happening. So
Exactly.
I would imagine that 12 million won't take too long. By the morning, I'm sure we'll be well over that for the total fundraiser, which is amazing. And happy that we can do a small part to promote it and raise money and just be a part of it. It's really cool.
Yeah. So if you can help at all, please do. The kids will appreciate it. We'll appreciate it. All right. So, yeah.
It's good for karma.
With that said, it's my pleasure to welcome you officially back to the lands of Aecathan. And welcome back. So, considering that this is for Extra Life, you may not have watched Lands of Aecathan before. This is technically episode 19 of this particular game. So, let me tell you a little bit about what's happened. It won't take a terrible long time to do it, but just to sort of bring you up to speed. Zorth and Arimynn, elves, brother and sister, came to the capital city of Erma, which is Erma, which is the capital city of the land of Aecathan. There, they ran into at a bar, because this is a Dungeons and Dragons game. A paladin named Arabelle. And they also discovered that maybe the meeting wasn't just chance, because they met in a place called the Shouting Pirate, which is a tavern in the dock ward of Erma, and there they were granted access to a particular table that no one else was able to sit at. It's a table guarded by a cat named Synchron. And apparently, they were the first adventurers, the first anybody who had been allowed to sit there since the adventuring group, simply known as the Band of Four, was killed. And this used to be their table. So, good portents. They started looking at the jobs board, which was there in the Shouting Pirate, and found out that there was a job available hunting Theronox, which in Aecathan are sort of large predator-type turkeys, for lack of a better word. And they made the deal, went out hunting them, discovered that the wilds outside of Erma are still just that, rather wild, and in the process of hunting Theronox, encountered some very, very strange, seemingly intelligent white creatures that were not at all fun to encounter. But they defeated them, returned not only with the Theronox, but with Theronox eggs, and ended up getting the better of the innkeeper who hired them, which very few people were able to do. And after that, they took a second job helping a local innkeeper who believed her inn was haunted. Discovered that it wasn't haunted, but there were additional different creatures, also white, hiding under the basement of the inn. And they had been causing the residents to have nightmares. So they were dispatched. And after that, they took a job hunting bandits at the bequest of the local temple to the god of mercantile actions, and fought off those bandits. They were then joined by a soldier, but a member of military intelligence for the Aecathan army, named Tasha. Oh, there she is. And Tasha joined them in a trek out to fight yet more bandits. They found this group of bandits, defeated them, but also learned that there were a couple of mysterious figures that seemed to be behind the bandit activity. They brought the bandits back and then were summoned by the mysterious VS of X, who turns out to be the guild leader of the Aecathan Thieves Guild beneath the city of Erma. there, she suggested to them that perhaps they should consider working for her because they also informed the group that they were about to be drafted.
Suggested with angry bunnies.
She did say that you would probably enjoy working for her more than being drafted by the Aecathan army. And
He wasn't wrong.
while Arabelle was not comfortable with that, she agreed with the motivation behind the request, and that was to protect the way of life that existed in Aecathan at the moment. And so they agreed to set off for the border city of Thunder's Edge, where they would assist the Thunder's Edge forces in ferreting out members of the Temple of Jogravana, the temple that worships the evil deities of Aecathan, as they attempt to infiltrate Thunder's Edge and move beyond the edge into Aecathan proper for whatever nefarious reason they might have. The trip there was eventful, to say the least. They encountered another group of bandits that attacked the magically propelled riverboat, the Clever Sprite, that they had all sailed on before, well, except for Tasha. And in so doing, fighting off those bandits, discovered that there was a Jogravanan cleric working with the bandits. They traveled to Costed's Wave, and there met with Arabelle's mentor, and she undertook her paladin trials. After she successfully passed her trials, they headed off across the plains following the merchant caravan route toward Thunder's Edge. At a crossroads, they met a father and his son who were both headed to the wizard school at the Towers of Azenor, where Zorith had graduated from the sorcerer's school. So she was able to provide the young man with some advice. The next day, they managed to make it to the Great Stone Bridge, crossed it, and found the Susaran, a nomadic tribe that has no particular home and wanders all of Aecathan. And there they met with Mother Tassa, who turns out to be a rather ancient elf, who bestowed upon them gifts and sent them on their way, each with a little more information than they had when they arrived. They traveled to the River Watchtower, one of the great watchtowers as part of the Farsi network in Aecathan that allows the continent to stay in touch with other parts of the continent very, very quickly. Had an interesting evening there. Then they had to travel through the mysterious Everwood, a forest of perpetual autumn where nothing is as it should be. They encountered, befriended, and aided a small group of intelligent shrubbery. And
Not gonna lie, one of my favorite parts.
Yep. Managed to make it out and made it to Thunder's Edge, where they met up with VS's contact, Wigillium, otherwise known as Wiggy. They settled into the Ivory's Wrath Tavern and Inn in the Outer Enclave and began first attempting to save the honor of one of the over-sentinels, the private barbarian army that guards the Inner Enclave, the over-sentinel being one of their captains. They managed to discover that he was, in fact, not guilty of acting dishonorably and cheating on his wife. They then set about attempting to determine the cause of a supposedly haunted warehouse. They discovered beneath this warehouse a constructed grove that appeared to contain some of the same flora they had encountered in the Everwood. They also discovered a tunnel leading from that chamber up into a small hovel a little distance away from the warehouse. So they rested and the following day set off into the inner enclave to go try to track down ownership records. There, they met a rather interesting young man who turned out to be the son of the lord of the town.
Is that full bar jam jar? Full bar jam jar. He needs to get out in life.
Yes.
That's not his real name, full bar jam jar, but that's what I heard. So.
No, that's not full bar.
Oh.
It's Athgar.
Yeah.
Athgar Skend.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that is.
Dar was the guy we talked to that gave us access to the library.
Oh, I don't know where my stupid tasks are. There it is.
And
sorry.
After a day of dealing with Athgar and traveling to the inner enclave and talking to various individuals to try and find their mission, they returned to the Ivory's Wrath and settled down for their evening meal.
We went up to our rooms because I had to talk to Zori.
Well, that's right. We came back and we were like, okay, we've got things to do. We were like, we're going to do them. But then I don't remember what it was.
So we went shopping. We had to take our things up to the room.
Right.
So I needed to talk to her.
And then you were going to come back down for dinner.
Yes.
All right.
So that's where we left off. So you may pick it up, whatever part of that story you would like.
So we were going upstairs.
I guess so.
Hey, Zori, I wanted to talk to you for a minute, if that's okay.
Sorry, I got to shake off my pot from here. What?
We go to your room?
Sure.
So a couple of nights ago, remember when we were all like, we had our baths and we were going to change clothes and all that, but you said you didn't really have other things?
Yeah.
So I dropped down like 4 bags on her bed. So I bought some stuff for you.
You didn't steal this, did you?
No, I bought it.
You met her. You've been hanging out with my brother, so I never know.
You don't really think I would steal?
Well, I didn't know because you weren't by yourself away from us. No?
No, of course not. I pull out these really cute, like almost knee-high boots that lace up, and these just really I thought that you might like them. And there's a bunch of things. There's some like leggings and some skirts and some jackets.
I grab the boots and I hold them to me.
They're
But
all
you can
for
keep
you.
the other things.
It's all for you.
Oh no, you can keep the other things.
No, all of this is for you. It won't fit me. I'm bigger than you are.
All of these things are for me?
Yeah, I have lots of things.
I'm going to need like a bigger bag. I'm going to need like a bunch of bigger bags.
It'll
And
fit.
I pull out the boots. Are you sure these are for me?
I guessed your size. I think they'll fit really good.
I sit down and I try them on. I'm assuming
I
they
think
fit.
I rolled, and I think Jeff said I got pretty close.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
They fit.
She hugs her.
Thank you. And I hug you back.
So I mean, it's silly, but sometimes it's nice to have something different to wear. And
It's not silly. These are the nicest things I've ever had. And then I hold up one leg. Did you see this boot? This is nicer than anything I've ever had.
the boots are pretty hot.
The boots are pretty awesome.
Yeah. So
Thank you. And I hug her again. You'll have to tell me when it's okay to wear them.
you can
All
wear
the
them for
things
dinner.
put in here.
You
And I
wanna
start
wear-
like flipping them open.
So you could wear these, and she pulls out a pair of the leggings, and you would tuck them into the boot, and then you could wear this, and like she pulls out a whole outfit,
Teaches me how to girl. I like
like
it.
a corset, and not like a corset, but like the corset
Oh.
tied belt, the belt, and a little jacket that straps across the top. Stuff that looks like Zori, not Arabelle.
Steampunk City. I mean,
That's kind of the vibe, right? Like D&D, that kind of, yeah.
yeah,
Girl.
lots of straps, lots of, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, buckles and yeah.
Buckles and straps and things. I love it. I love it. Thank you. And I pile it all up like super close and I hug her and then I like
So I'll
run and I
leave
jump
so
in
you
it.
can change. Are you going to change for dinner? I'm going to go get dressed for dinner. Take my armor off.
Which one?
I pull out the leggings and like a skirt that goes over the leggings. It's like shorter in the front so you can see the leggings and longer in the back with the little belt and the little jacket and a little top.
Shut the front fucking door. That's something I would wear. And then that's something Zora would wear. So.
All right, I'm going to go
Okay.
change and I'll see
Okay.
you before we go down.
And so I start changing.
All right.
Before she's even left me. Before she's even left.
Arimynn
And
and
I
Tasha, what are you doing during this?
Well, I'm sitting down at our table and I've gotten myself a glass of ale and I'm just enjoying myself in my normal clothes because that's how I am.
And I'm doing the exact same thing, except I'm drinking tea.
And so what's our plan for tomorrow? I say to Arimynn.
I'm not sure. Sorry, guys. Having a
It's
hard time
okay.
here.
Get your cough drop?
Yeah.
Um,
Is it your allergies? Because mine have been kicking my ass today. So I feel you.
it's just a cough I've had.
Okay.
It's not COVID. We had him tested.
My mother had me tested, right?
Exactly.
She said I was gifted. There's a lot of that happening. Okay, so I need a refresher on like where we are. Like I remember that we were trying to figure out
Who owned the hovel?
who owns the hovel.
Right.
Did we find that out?
The
Yeah,
city.
we found out the city owns it. It's been vacant for some time.
So whoever's been living there has been squatting.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Didn't we find some stuff out at the library too about some things?
Yeah, what did we find out at the that's where we were last, was the
You
library.
found out a little bit about the history of Thunder's Edge
Right.
and the fact that there had been a massive battle with the Temple of Jagravana that the Edge managed to win barely.
Right.
And that could be where all the cracks in the walls are coming from.
No, that was like about 80 years ago.
Right.
Right, but it could be the magic's failing that mended it.
Arabelle's theory was that perhaps the magic was being affected by either a dispel magic or the wild magic because it was all magically mended. But that was just a theory she shared with the dwarf, and he said he'd look into it.
Yes.
Because it looked like that kind of damage, because you had
Right.
seen that it looked like a
Impact damage. Like
Yeah.
maybe a siege engine or something.
So, our next move.
Mm-hmm. We still need to find out who is living. Maybe we need to stake out the hovel.
Maybe, but I don't know. Who knows when they'll be back?
Yeah, there is that.
Do you need another one? So about that time, I probably have my armor off, and so I'll knock on Zori's door and see if she's ready.
I'm like, pick a part of clothing because I'm trying to fit myself into it, figure it out. Did I do it right?
You look beautiful.
Thanks. Okay,
You like it?
I do. If I eat too much food, though, it may not fit me.
Well, that's the nice thing about the belt. It's tied, so you can make it bigger if you need to.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Let's do
Where
this.
are those two? What are they doing?
Come down the stairs.
They're being girlish.
We come down the stairs. And I run up to behind Arimynn and I go, ta-da!
Oh my goodness. Well, you look very nice.
Right?
Cool.
Pretty fancy duds.
Very
Arabelle got
fancy.
them for me?
I love the boots. They're very cool.
Oh, those
Yep,
boots.
those
These
cool
boots are awesome. I take the back of the skirt and I like flip it up, like just not like over my ass, but just like flip, like super cute.
Okay.
Because I've really not had fancy dresses like these. Not like over my ass, but just like, you know, like about halfway down where my knees are and just like, you know how you guys have
Mhm.
never done that, like flip. I'm
So-
pretty
I've never done that.
tomboyish, so I would do that probably.
So, I mean,
I have.
you look pretty good. What's this all about?
Blame Arabelle.
Arabelle bought her clothes.
Oh,
Like a whole bunch. I hold up my foot. I sit down, but then I hold up my foot and I'm like, look at these boots.
All right,
Pretty
everybody at the table, make a perception check, please. Zorith with
Like-
disadvantage.
Fuck you. I knew it. Disadvantage.
Perception. I think I get those ads.
24.
17.
What is it? Perception?
Yep.
Yes, dear.
A disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh, well then that. 10.
Oh dear.
All right, so Tasha got 24.
The A's got 17.
All right.
Oh,
All right. Go ahead, talk amongst yourselves. Give me a moment. I have to type this one out.
So what do you think our next move should be, Arabelle?
So we know there's nobody's supposed to be living in the hovel.
Right?
Well, we're either going to have to stake out the warehouse or the hovel and see if anybody comes back.
We should probably do both, right? Because there's a tunnel underneath.
Right. Probably
I
in
mean-
an overnight.
We
Wasn't there one a house next to it that the city also owned? Right?
yeah.
Maybe we could stay in there.
That actually might not be a bad idea.
And then we'd have a good view maybe of both. We could watch.
Yeah.
I can go stake it out tonight.
Fuck you, Jeff.
I know, I want to know. It's got to be about what's his name, but
Of course it does. All right, I pretend I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about. Neither do you.
Tasha's working, so we're
I could just be laughing at something else.
look at Tasha.
And
I think you may have made an impression, a good one.
Are you actually telling me that?
Oh yes, you may have made a good impression.
On who?
Who do you think?
at this point, Aloric walks up to the table and says, "Good evening. Can I get you something to drink? Some food?"
Tea, please, and dinner. Yes, thank you.
Ale and dinner for me, thanks.
Very well.
Specials.
Zori?
What are the specials? Same things as usual?
There is actually a rather impressive mutton meat pie.
That.
Ooh, I would like that as well.
Very well.
I love mutton.
I'll have what I usually have.
Of course.
Potato.
Lettuce tomato sandwich when the mutton is nice and lean.
And the tomatoes are so perky. I love that. Lady Arabelle.
Tea and the special, please.
Very well. And he turns and walks back to the bar, walks over to the window into the kitchen, and
So was he like checking her out, or?
I saw his reaction and it was impressive. He almost dropped his glass.
Okay, obviously that's Nikki reacting, but Dorothy is going to remain completely oblivious.
He almost dropped a glass.
He
what you
caught
said?
it though. He caught it.
That is definitely not what I thought you meant. So okay.
No glass.
I did this
dear.
for you, not for him, though. It wasn't
Wait, what?
about
What are we talking about? I don't know what we're talking about.
when you walked in.
You look rather fetching right now.
Well, thanks.
And it made an impression on someone who might like you. Someone who owns this bar.
Oh.
Yes.
I shrink down in my seat.
No. You were so happy. Still be happy, Zori.
There's no
Yeah.
reason to feel self-conscious. You look lovely. You
Everyman's
really do.
Quiet, just leans back in his seat, and a giant broad grin goes across his face, but he says nothing.
Zori,
I lean close.
you like the boots.
I love the boots. I love the boots.
And
And you like the skirt. You like the skirt.
And I take it and I like flip it. I'm like, I like the skirt.
and it's not about the clothes, it's about the confidence and you being happy. I'm sure that's what made the impression.
Yes. I'm sure she's right.
Because you're always beautiful.
Always.
That has
I like the clothes. Thank you.
that's why I got them.
And from the front of the bar, you hear, "I don't have time to talk to you right now. I'm sorry. I've got other people I've got to talk to." "No, you're just not as important. Sorry." No, I'm not being mean. I'm being honest. I'll talk to you later. And you see Wiggy striding in. As he passes the table next to yours, he grabs a chair and slides it back first up against the table and plops down into it, much like Jojo does.
Hey, Wiggy.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Well, you?
Good. And he leans next to Arimynn and goes, who's the new girl and where's your sister?
No! I heard her from upstairs before I heard her on fucking Zoom. I'm not gonna lie.
Welcome to my life.
Zoom like glitched out her microphone and I just heard her laugh from downstairs. That was funny. And I'm going to lean in and I'm going to be like, look at these fancy, and then I'm going to hold up my foot. Look at these boots.
Still the same girl.
Everybody make a perception check.
19.
Same, 19.
24.
Zorith, you make a perception check too. Just normal this time.
Also, okay. Oh, an 8, motherfucker. So 12.
You all hear the glass break.
Because she kicked her boots up in the air.
You all right back there, Lorik?
I'm fine. Just lost hold of a glass. That's all.
That all you lost?
He gives you a dirty look and then leans down to start cleaning up the glass shards.
Do you need a break? I can cover if you need to sit down.
I'm fine. From up behind the bar, you just see, I'm fine.
So what do you got on your mind, Wiggy?
Hey, wait a second. That is your sister.
You don't
Really?
say.
He wasn't kidding? He was genuine?
Aren't you like a thief?
Yeah, Master Rogue.
Yeah, but I don't pay much attention to,
Obviously.
never mind.
Anyway, what do you got for us?
I wanted to sit down and have a little chat with you because I heard that you met Athgar.
Yeah.
He's something.
First off, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's a piece of work.
Yes, and second of all, I don't quite know how to put this. You're playing in the big leagues now, and you need to be exceptionally careful. You got to treat him with kid gloves because he could make you the most popular people in Thunder's Edge. He could also get you thrown out of Thunder's Edge.
Well, he's going to join us here next Wednesday to hear Tasha sing and have dinner.
You convinced him to come to the Outer Enclave?
She did.
To listen to Tasha.
Pardon my dwarvish, but how the fuck did you manage that?
She's charming.
Arimynn just kind of looks over at. Are you kidding me?
She's charming.
So, I grew up in a similar...
But he's an idiot.
He is.
But
you are truly right about that.
He has very good manners, and it would have been impolite to turn down an invitation.
Ah, you tripped him up by his own code.
Yeah.
Smart.
I know the code.
I wonder why I never thought of doing that. Oh, yeah, that's right, because I ain't got a code.
You ain't high class like her.
Yeah. Yeah. And I got to tell you, I used to have a pretty bad opinion of people with, the higher class and everything till I met you.
She's really nice for a high class broad.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if more rich folks was like you, I wouldn't rob them. Well, not as much.
Oh, I'm not rich anymore.
She took the vow of poverty.
Well, that's gotta suck for you.
Well,
No,
and
she's doing okay.
it was my parents. My parents were wealthy and nobles. I mean, just because you're born into it, I mean, I'm not going to take their money now that I'm an adult.
Yep, that still don't sound like any other rich person I know.
She has morals.
Yeah, clearly.
It's weird.
But yeah, just so you know, two things that you should be made aware of. One, every member of the Lion Clan is now told to watch for you, and if they see you, send for Athgar.
Oh, Jesus God.
Well, how kind.
But the second thing you need to know is that every single other member of the Lion Clan knows that he's an annoying little shit, and if you play it cool, you can probably talk him out of doing that.
Okay. That is good to know.
Wait,
I thought
I'm
they
very
were
confused.
send it to us to make him our problem for a change.
No, actually, I think as long as we don't annoy or offend them, they will take pity on us.
Yeah, because you're clan friends. And, clan friends to the entire clan. Not just to, to Krosk and Athgar.
Well, we tried to educate Athgar a little bit. It didn't go well.
He is dumb.
He's not dumb.
He has no wisdom.
I've seen sand that knows more.
But he's also not allowed to learn more because his father has ideas for what his life should be, and it's not what he's good at.
When you
I
start
have a
learning
hard
things,
time. I personally have a very hard time understanding adults who still listen to their parents like their children.
Well, when
mentality, he has to listen to Lord Tremaine.
yeah, something I learned at the school was when you start questioning things and asking for more knowledge, people will shut you down if they don't want you to learn things.
Yeah,
That is very sad.
There's also
I
two
never
other
had that.
things that you need to understand. He's essentially a prince, and he's also part of, you should know this, he's part of a military structure. So, when your commanding officer gives you an order, you follow it or you end up, bad things.
I mean, yes, but I have somehow managed to, kind of circumvent that a little bit.
Well, yeah, from what I hear, your boss is like, the spooky spook guy. And, you'll be in his protege and all. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't consider you to be like a normal member of the military.
Yeah, me either.
And the clan, it's different than the normal I mean, the Rakiliad is different than normal military because it's not only military structure; it's their whole social structure.
Yeah, that's true too. You got to throw in the whole clan element, which I still don't get. But
Better him than me.
I ain't never been part of a clan, so.
Athgar is the product of the circumstances, and the only way he'll change is to be exposed to things outside of that, like the Outer Enclave. And eventually maybe leaving Thunder's Edge, but if that's not going to happen, he's just going to have to live through his books, and it's really kind of sad.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. You're almost making me feel sorry for this kid.
But you just be when you do run into him, because you're going to run into him at some point, because he's looking for you.
Great.
If you do run into him, just, remember, treat him with kid gloves a little bit because, he's not all that mature, and he can make your life very difficult if he decides he doesn't like you.
All right. I catch your message, and I will take heed of it. And I also listen to what you were saying, Arabelle, because you know more about this crap than I do.
All right, good. Now I've delivered my warning. Alaric, where's Alaric?
I think he's in the
back. You see
back.
a hand come up from behind the bar. Excuse me.
See the other hand.
And he walks over there, and you see Wiggy. You see Wiggy leaning over the bar and talking to him. And, You see Aloric eventually standing up with his hand full of glass and china shards.
Oh dear.
Oh.
And he goes and disposes of them and then comes back with a small hand broom and a dustpan and finishes cleaning up and then puts them away and then goes and pulls another cup and saucer for tea.
Sorry, maybe you should keep your boots down, your legs on the ground for a minute until he gets the tea poured.
So
He doesn't like my boots?
So he loves your
I think he
boots.
likes your boots too much because every time you throw your legs up, he gets distracted and drops something.
Well, I'm not like throwing my legs up.
I know,
Yes, dear.
but I think he really likes you. Like really, really likes you.
I like scooch down and then I try to like look at him.
And you see him turning around with tea and ale, and he heads for the for your table.
I don't say anything. I just
We'll talk about this later.
I just look.
Puts the tea down in front of Arabelle.
Thank you so much, Lord.
Puts the ale down in front of Wiggy and sets a pewter mug down in front of Zorith.
Oh, what's this?
It's something that we had imported that the people down here didn't seem to like, but for some reason I think you might.
Okay,
It's a
and
different kind of cider.
Big swig.
It's peach,
Ooh.
but it's almost a tart peach. It's very light, very crisp. And he kind of stands there watching you take the first sip and like...
I like wipe off my mouth and I was like, this is excellent. I don't know why they don't like it.
I'm so happy that you enjoy it. I always feel terrible when I have to simply dispose of something because it goes bad because no one drinks it. Now, this is not going bad anytime soon, but...
You can definitely save it for me. I will drink it. Thank you.
Excellent. Then he turns around and heads back to the bar, except this time he kind of bypasses it and goes to the window to the kitchen.
Does anybody want to taste? It's really good.
Can I try it?
Absolutely. And I hand you the glass mug.
Ooh, this
Lovely.
is really good.
Lovely.
I wonder if he would be willing to give me some as well.
Probably
Maybe
just ask. And I take back the cup.
Just wear those boots.
I don't know if it would have the same effect.
Yeah. Loan
Probably not.
Tasha your boots and let her dry.
I don't think it's the boots.
What are you talking about?
Nothing, Wiggy.
Oh, did you get the boots too?
Oh, he looks at Tasha.
Those are... No.
No,
Me?
he's
He looked at you.
Looks at him again.
He just leans down and kind of looks at your feet and goes, "Oh, those are nice. You get those inside?"
Yeah, she got him. And I point to Arabelle.
Wow. Yep. You got good taste. You can tell that you was raised noble.
Yeah, they're cool.
And just not very shortly thereafter, Aloric comes back to the table and sets out a plate with a bowl, and the bowl is covered in crust. And
Ooh.
there's a couple holes cut in the middle of the crust, and there's steam pouring out of it.
Ooh.
And he says, "Don't touch the bowls themselves. They've just come out of the oven. So they're exceptionally hot." And sits down the bread and the cheese and the fruit for Arimynn, looks at Wiggy and says, "Special? Yeah, that looks great. You got more? There's a few more. Yeah, then definitely I'll have one." Very well.
Did Aloric bring me ale as well?
Yes, he brought it the same time he brought
Okay.
Zorith
Sure.
the cider.
Wasn't sure.
So if you wanted to ask him about the cider, you can catch him before he heads back to get Wiggy's food.
Would I be able to get some of that cider? It's really good.
Oh, the peach?
Yes.
Absolutely. I'll bring that back when I bring Wiggy's food.
Thank you.
So what are we gonna do?
Like I said, I can go stick it out tonight. See what I see.
I can.
Sorry, what?
No.
Not in my armor. Maybe with my shield, because it.
Do you want me to go with you? I can be quiet and sneaky.
Really?
I've heard.
If you like.
Okay.
Here comes she.
Okay. You guys are just gonna go and observe?
Yep.
We're gonna case out the joint.
Got it.
But first, food. And a little cider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. About 5 minutes later, he comes out with Wiggy's food and sits down another pewter mug in front of you, Tasha.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad to see that it's not going to go to waste.
Is it busy?
Yeah.
In the...
There are probably 2 tables open and a booth, but everything else is full, including people sitting at the bar.
He doesn't have help, right? It's just him.
Yeah. Well, it's him and the cook.
Right.
Excellent. What's our next mystery?
Good question. What else did we have to check out?
The walls and this warehouse, I think, are the only 2, right?
Yeah, it's the only 2 I know about. I mean, unless you've discovered something else, those are the things that I know about. Krosk, the warehouse, and the wall.
And I gave Full Bar a theory on the wall to check into. To tell Wiggy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about magic to offer an opinion one way or the other, but sounds logical.
Makes me wonder, though, if something like that's happening and the Jagravanans are trying to destabilize magic here, that's a lot.
Well, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. It seems like if they was trying to destabilize magic, wouldn't that cause them problems if they was to come in too?
Well, if it knocked the walls down or caused damage first, I don't know. I don't know if that's what's happening. So,
yeah.
But if they could weaken the inner enclave, it would make the city vulnerable.
If they was to remove the wall between the inner and outer, what it would do is piss a lot of people off. Mostly the people on the inside of the inner enclave, but
you think about the dressmaker and the disruption that she was allegedly causing with her remarks, and then trying to cause dissension in dishonoring a senior member of the Gilead, and now all these things. It doesn't have to be one big thing that takes down a city. It can be 10 tiny things.
Yeah.
And they're far more subtle if they're small. None of them are connected.
And they're
so
harder to detect.
Hmm.
And prove. So, but we'll see.
Oh, yeah, there's one more thing. Did you guys get paid for the warehouse thing?
We're not done with the warehouse thing yet, right?
Well, you discovered why it was haunted, and apparently you're getting paid for that.
By who?
Who's paying us?
I assume it's the government in here.
Well, nobody's paid us yet.
Huh?
We
All right.
only told Fullbar.
Yeah.
Well, that's the advisor to the lord of the city. That's tantamount to telling the lord of the city.
Well, we know what's causing it, but we haven't discovered who yet. So the job's only half done.
Yeah, still, they didn't even know what.
Well, I'll certainly take it
Sure, right?
if they end up offering it.
I mean, some of us keep buying clothes and boots and stuff, so we need more cash.
And investing in bakeries.
Mm.
It is a good bakery.
Yeah, I heard about that too, and thanks, because I like that place too.
Oh,
They do good work.
Yeah. There's a couple independent bakers in the inner enclave think that they're better, and I can tell you they're not. I just
Well-
don't tell them that. Let them folks in the inner enclave who look down on all of us out here eat the muffins that got sand in them and stuff. They don't sift the flour well.
Bye.
So, Wiggy.
Yeah.
You been in contact with Viesa lately?
Nope.
Okay.
No, not due to check in with the boss until probably another 2-3 days.
Okay. Well, we got work to do tonight.
well, you two evidently do.
Yeah,
Well, I do.
I can help.
All right, so you finish your meal.
Mm-hmm.
What's the plan for the rest of the evening?
Well, if you guys are going to go do things, I'm just going to go upstairs and write my book. Yeah.
Good plan.
Let me know how it's going in the morning. I mean, like, are you guys going to be back before morning? What if something happens?
Then we won't be back.
We'll handle it.
Well, let us know. You have sending, right? Do you have sending? Can you tell us? Do you
I
have a
think
message?
I do
on?
have sending. Hold on. Hold, please.
You
Because
don't
I think
have
we have to be in. We have to be in.
Yeah, I have sending.
Okay. Then you guys can tell us if something's not right. Make sure it's up and ready to go.
It
Well-
says the range is unlimited, so
I am just scouting. I have no plan on engaging in anything.
Well, our plans always go exactly as we lay out, so I'm sure it'll all be fine.
Yeah, what she said.
All right. So, Arimynn, Tasha, what's the plan?
I'm just going along with Arimynn.
Yeah. So after dark, head out and over to the house.
All right. All right. So, what are you going to do?
Well, once we get to that little warehouse thingy that's next to it,
Mm-hmm.
how high is the roof on that warehouse?
About 15 feet. Closer to
Okay.
20 at the peak.
Can I find a way to sort of parkour up to the roof?
Make an athletics check.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics. Because you're just trying to climb.
So that's more strength based than
Yeah.
dex.
Yeah.
Okay, why? There we go. All right, 16.
All right. It's not pretty, but you managed to make it up there.
All right. Scooch over and kind of lay down flat on the roof and get a good vantage point of that house.
All right. Tasha, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to follow him up there.
All right, then make an athletics check.
Alrighty. 24.
All right. Yep, you're able to get up there a little easier.
Okay.
And you see Arimynn is lying prone with his eyes just sort of about this far above the peak of the roof, looking down at the hovel across the street.
I do the same thing.
Now, does it look like there's any light at all coming from inside the house?
No. What you do see, however, both of you notice this right away once you get up there, is there's an armed contingent of Rykeliads circling the warehouse.
Okay. Interesting.
They don't seem to be going in. They don't seem to be paying attention to much else. But they're on a constant rotation, marching around the warehouse slowly. But there is a patrol circling the warehouse.
Obviously, I'm not there, but didn't we tell them to keep it like low profile?
Yes, you might have said that, but you're not in charge in the city. So
Making sure. Just making sure.
several barbarian clans are in charge.
They're not subtle.
So what?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Well-
chances are nothing's going to happen.
Not with those guys battering around the
Right?
warehouse. They're not going to come back to this place.
Well,
No.
both of you make a perception check at disadvantage.
sucks.
Ugh.
So bad. All right.
Perception, you said?
Mm-hmm.
16.
22. Rolled a natural 20 and an 18.
Nice.
Dude.
Yeah. Except I rolled a natural 20 on a disadvantage.
Aw. Do you know what I love most about marathon gaming?
Hmm.
No. The food?
Donut.
We're having pie on break.
Ah, nice. So you are watching down there, and Tasha, you don't see anything.
Nope.
Arimynn,
Yep.
for just a split second, you were almost sure that you saw a shadow on the building, but you didn't see a person
On the building?
on the outside of the hovel.
Oh.
But it's like it was a split second, you blinked and it was gone.
Okay. Interesting. Someone or something who is very, very good at hiding or has some magical means of hiding was just on top of the house.
Really? You think they saw
No,
us?
not on top of the house. It was like right at the. It would cast like against the front of the house, like
Oh,
there
You
was
said it
like
was
a
on the house.
person showed up there and then was gone.
okay. So, yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't clear.
So, yeah, just for a split second, I saw a silhouette or a shadow, and then it was gone.
Hmm. Weird.
I want to try to look inside through the windows if I can. With every bit of my dark vision that I can muster.
All right, make a perception check.
Mm,
Me too?
You, there are curtains on the windows, but they are very, very thin material. But you do not see any light coming from within, and nor do you see the fabric of the curtains moving at all.
okay.
Weird.
All right. I'll be right back. I pull the hood up over my head of my cloak and hop down off the building, or well, parkour down. As stealthy as I possibly can.
All right. For this one, make an acrobatics check.
Uh, 23.
You manage to find something to hold on to, and you swing out and then as you start to swing back, you let go, and you just land in a soft crouch, making barely any noise at all.
Okay. Then I will definitely stealth my way up to the building.
All right, make a stealth check.
All right, that's a 22.
All right.
All right. So I go up to the side of the building and peer through the window.
All right. You see what there looks to be someone laying in the bed.
Okay. Do they look like they're asleep?
They're not moving.
Okay. All right. I sneak back over to where Tasha is. I don't try to climb back up. I just kind of whisper up to her. Psst.
Okay, I come down.
Make an acrobatics check.
Okay. 25.
All right. Yep, same thing. You're able to just kind of swing out, and you actually do a backward somersault and land. Little more noise than Arimynn made, but it looked much cooler.
So I whisper over at you. I said, "They're in the house.
Okay.
They're in the bed laying down. They're not moving, but I'm not sure if they're sleeping or not."
Well, you said you didn't want to engage.
Nope.
Do you want to just watch for the rest of the night? See when they get up and what they do?
Suppose we could.
I mean, we could just, now that we know there's actually somebody there, we could just go back to the inn.
True. Let's go back to the inn.
Okay.
Let Zori and Arabelle know what we see.
Okay.
And talk about what to do.
Sounds good.
So we head back.
All right. So this has probably taken an hour. So, Zorith, Arabelle, what have you been doing since they left?
I think we each went to our rooms.
Okay.
Well, she went to her room. I probably stayed down for a little bit, see anybody.
Yeah, I went to my room and I'm in my book.
Listen, people watch.
Yeah.
Buy Wiggy a drink, because I'm sure he's still drinking.
Oh, yeah.
It's not Wednesday, but that's irrelevant.
No, but you're people watching, and he's actually a very good person to people watch with because he knows almost everybody.
Yeah, so I just.
So as you mentioned someone, he starts filling you in on, you know, who that person is and, you know, what they do here and, you know, who they know and any interesting stories about things that have happened to them or things they've done. It's all mostly just gossip, but it's entertaining.
Yeah, which is fun. So sit with him for a little while, and depending on how long they're gone.
They were gone about an hour.
Yeah, well, an hour's not long. I'll stay down there the whole time.
All right. Well, you, Arimynn and Zorth, you come back in. You see Arabelle still sitting at the table with Wiggy. Zorth is nowhere to be seen.
There you go. Arimynn and Tasha come back in.
Yep. Sorry.
Sit down at the table.
Zorth went up to the room. I
Oh,
can go get her.
you back.
And our front.
Is
Yeah.
there things to tell? I'll go get her. Knock on Zorth's door. I don't want you to use a spell in case we have to go back out.
And I come to the door with my paper and my pen in my hand. And yeah?
Arimynn and Tasha are back. They have something to tell us.
Okay, I'll be right down. And I like throw it back on my bed. Like, okay, sweet. And just walk down.
All right. The place has cleared out a bit. Most of the dinner guests are gone. The people who are there now are just kind of having a drink and relaxing.
So, we weren't there very long and had a couple of interesting things happen. First of all, the clans decided to put their subtle patrol guards to march around the entire warehouse.
That's good.
Yeah. But our person is back in the hovel.
Did you see them?
They were lying in the bed. I don't know if they were
Man, woman.
asleep or whatnot, but that's where they were, not moving.
So we should go there right now then?
I mean, we could, but if we go in there, I'm sure it's going to draw the attention of those patrols.
Yeah. Well, then we go to bed. And what do we do tomorrow? Like, what do we do?
Well, if we don't go, then we might miss an opportunity to confront this person. What do you guys think?
I think we should go.
Should we send a message to...
No, I don't want them blasting in there before we get there.
Okay.
Let me see what I got. Let me see. Hold, please. Huh. All right. Let's go. Oh, shoot. Sorry, dog. Whoops.
The dog is like, go where?
Right. Sorry, buddy. I have Misty Step. I can Misty Step into 30 feet and to an unoccupied space that I can see. Is there enough room for me to get? Is there enough from what they saw? Like, is there going to be a way for me to get 30 feet to that? Like, how far is it from the roof of the other place to the inside of the?
Well, the problem is that there's, unless you're right up against the window, you really can't see through the curtains because there's no light inside.
So you'll have to sneak up to the window.
Ooh. Briefly surrounded by silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that I can see.
Mm-hmm.
So let's
That's
see.
not gonna work out.
And at night, a silvery mist is going to probably be noticeable.
Yeah, that's not really a good look.
I mean, sure. Well,
If you want to get all technical.
I guess I could always send a message to whomever's in there.
No, I don't want to give them a chance to escape. Here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Tell us what you're thinking, brother.
I think that we should all get up there as close to the house as we can without drawing attention. Let me sneak in. And I'll engage this person. And if there's trouble, you guys come running.
Okay. We're back up.
Can you
Or
send message?
maybe best case scenario, I can strike up a civil conversation and the rest of you can come in after.
I'm okay with that.
You won't need a message because if it turns into where I need backup, you're probably going to know that there's something going on in there anyway.
We'll hear it. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. Getting in the vicinity, not a problem. Getting from the general area up to the hovel without being noticed by the guards on patrol around the warehouse, that's going to be more difficult.
A little tricky.
That will require stealth.
That's what it is. Yep. All right. Well, let's see how sneaky you all are.
All of us or just him? I'm not necessarily sneaky. What is it? Stealth? Oh, +6. Maybe.
I don't have my
Well,
armor on.
you can get to the eastern edge of the hovel next door
Right? Isn't that what we said we were gonna
relatively
do?
easily.
Okay,
Now we're expecting we might get in a fight.
maybe.
Then I needed to go up and get my armor
Okay.
before we left.
But then you won't be quiet.
All right, I'm at least getting my shield.
Valid.
That helps me. Okay. Oh, okay.
All right. So we can make it up to the second house, you said.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, hopefully we don't get to a fight.
All right. So once we get there, then I will go up to the second or to the hovel itself.
All right, make a stealth check.
All right. Put my hood up. That's a natural 20. So
Oh, shit.
Woo!
Ain't nobody
yeah,
gonna see you.
31.
Okay. You are
Yep.
pretty sure that you get up to the door without anyone noticing you.
Okay. Is the door locked?
No.
Then I sneak my way inside as quietly as I can.
All right. Make another stealth check. This one for getting into the house without making any noise.
Okay. 27.
27. Okay. You manage to open the door very slowly so it doesn't make noise, slip in, and close it behind you, but not latch it.
Right.
You hear a soft snoring sound
Okay.
coming from the bed.
All right. Are they covered or?
Yes. They're under
Okay.
a thin blanket.
I cast Mage Hand,
All right.
and I have the Mage Hand pull the sheets or the blanket off.
All right. You immediately hear the breathing change,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see the figure in the bed, who looks very thin, start to shiver.
I quietly pull my sword out and just hold it down. And with the Mage Hand, I poke the figure.
Poke.
And the figure immediately, like, starts upright, sits up in the bed, grabbing at the blanket and pulling it up to her neck.
Mm-hmm.
You see an older woman. You would guess probably in her 50s.
Mm-hmm.
You're guessing that, because you're using dark vision, you're guessing that she's got some sort of dark-colored hair that is graying, because
Okay.
you see dark with light streaks through it.
Right.
She's very thin. Looks terrified.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, Who's there? What do you want?
I own this house.
Huh.
Who are you, and why are you in my house?
I just needed a place to sleep until I could save enough money to get one of my own. I'm
What's your
working.
name? What's your name?
Grinylla Pebblesmane.
And where are you working?
I've been cleaning houses.
Can you tell me for who?
She gives you a couple names and tells you
Okay.
where in the city they are. They're both outer enclave houses.
Let's see.
You notice, you look at her arms as she's holding this blanket up to her. Her arms are pitifully thin.
Sure.
Like, she's either just naturally incredibly thin, or she hasn't been eating well.
Right. Well,
I'm sorry, I didn't know anyone this belonged to. I'll find somewhere else to sleep.
I would like you to do me a favor, and I'll let you stay here tonight. But I need you to do me a favor tomorrow.
What?
I need you to meet me tomorrow morning at the inn that's just over there. You know which one I'm talking about?
You mean the really nice one that's... And she kind of points in the general direction of the Wrath.
Exactly.
All right.
Will you do that for me?
Can it be early? I don't want to be late for my job.
It can be whatever time you wish.
Just after sunrise, maybe?
I'll see you in the morning. Sleep well.
I don't think that's going to happen now.
She scared the crap out of me.
He puts the sword back and kind of grins a little bit. You won't be disturbed no more tonight.
Huh. She just sits there.
And
she looks like she's trying to shrink in on herself even more.
He stealths his way back out of the door.
All right. Make another stealth check. This will cover getting out and getting back to the rest of the group.
All right, that's a 29.
Oh, yeah, there's no way anybody's going to see you. All right. You are able to get back to the rest of the group.
That is interesting.
Well...
You tell us everything?
Yep.
So she's either the best liar ever.
I don't think so.
Or she really was.
I don't believe she was lying. She doesn't look like she's had a meal in days.
She's going to get one in the morning.
She's going to get more than that.
Well, I guess we go back to the inn and get some sleep ourselves. What time are we supposed to meet her?
Sunrise.
Just after sunrise.
After sunrise. All right.
All right.
Do you want to tell Aloric anything before you turn in? I mean, you want him to make sure you're awake?
Yes.
Do you want him to do anything particular for breakfast?
Actually, yes.
Is that an extra plate?
Yes. Is Wiggy still there?
Yes. Are you kidding me?
It's
Wiggy.
Thursday.
It's drinking day.
And you know what Thursday is? It's drinking day. Yeah.
So Wiggy,
Yes.
have you ever heard of someone named, was it Grinylla? Grinylla, was that her name?
Yeah, Grinylla.
Yeah.
Did she tell you who she's cleaning for?
She did mention that she did.
Did you get a last name?
Uh,
I think she
Pebblesmane.
thank you.
Pebblesmane. That's okay. You're welcome.
Yeah. I have heard of that name. I can't quite think in what context, though. I only maybe heard it once.
She said something about trying to get money by cleaning for some people.
Do you give him those names?
Yes.
He says, "Oh yeah, 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 the old lady. Yeah, that's what I heard. That she's yep, that's who it was. I was talking to the husband of that first house you mentioned, and he mentioned that they'd hired this nice old lady to clean their house, and they was very happy, and they had told a couple neighbors, and they'd hired her too, And, everything I heard about this woman is that, she wouldn't know how to fly, but she's good at cleaning.
Are there any places for rent in Thunder's Edge?
Oh, yeah, yeah. There's places
So-
you can rent a room, you can rent a house.
So, is she from here, or
I don't think so. I think she's recently come to the city because I don't recall having heard of her past like a couple weeks.
interesting?
Hmm.
Okay.
But we get people coming in and out of here all the time.
Yeah. But why would someone with absolutely no money
She's
travel
probably
here-
running from something
travel
or
here
someone.
a couple of weeks ago to work by cleaning houses and squatting in a place that she doesn't belong to her?
No, you say that like it's unusual.
Yeah.
This
it's
is
just-
this is the biggest city this side of Aecathan. And if somebody's looking for a job, they probably got a better shot of finding one in here than they do in like Sandy Cove or up in Remini Keep. Those is both smaller places.
Mm.
And she may have lost her home and her job and come looking
Her
for
husband
a way
may
to
have died and she had no way to support herself.
yeah.
So what do houses go for in Thunder's Edge?
Depends on where. It depends on which house.
What
So-
about those little houses over there by the weird
Warehouse.
warehouse?
Oh,
Should
the hovels? I don't know. I'd have to check, but I think that because those are like not good repair and they're like single room places, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you can probably get those for like 2 gold pieces a month.
How much?
How much to buy them?
Oh, that I have no idea. The city owns them and they usually rent them. But you could go and go back and have your good buddy Edgar take you back to the Lord of the Registry and find out how much they want for us buying one of them places.
Yeah, let's
Good
do that.
idea.
I can do that in the morning.
All right. Well, let's get some shut eye.
Yes.
You find your way home okay, Wiggy?
Oh yeah. Don't worry.
Right.
Thursdays is light drinking nights, not like
Sure.
Wednesdays. Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Tuesdays, those are the heavy drinking nights. The other 3 nights, they're the light drinking nights.
It's funny. Look, I go back up to bed. I go to the bedroom.
Yep.
Yeah,
Me too.
You see Wiggy get up and walk over to the bar and hold out his hand, and Lorik pulls Wiggy's purse out from under the counter and unzips it and takes money for the drinks out and then zips it up and hands it to him. And Wiggy's not weaving at all, so.
Sunrise.
Yeah.
I do my.
He only had 4 or 5 beers.
Right. Which is, just enough to get him to the point where the edges are comfortably rounded off.
Indeed.
All right.
All right. So we go to bed.
Get up early. Well, I always get up early, but
Well,
you don't go to bed at all.
barely.
All right.
I usually do my meditation in the middle of the night, and I'm usually up by 4 or 5. So
Come downstairs.
All right. Well, you are, Arimynn, you are up probably a good hour and a half before dawn.
Yep.
And Zora too, if you want to be.
Yeah. Sure. Why not? I'll knock on his door.
Come in.
I go in.
Hey, sis.
We're gonna help her, right?
Oh, you know it.
I know it.
You know me.
You know me. And we head downstairs. I head downstairs.
Arimynn walks down with her.
All right. It's actually still dark in the tap room. I mean, there are a couple candles that have burned down to about an inch left. One of them is sitting on your table. One of them is sitting on the bar. One of them is sitting a little further in on another table. But that's the only light in the room. It doesn't look like Aloric has arrived yet. You do hear sounds coming from the kitchen, but that's really not surprising.
Ooh, I'm gonna go sneak into the kitchen.
Oh, don't
Careful. No.
Sorry.
Well, Arabelle, you're not there yet.
Oh, I said I was coming down. Sorry.
Zori,
Oh, I missed that. What?
I don't. She's a little grumpy.
Okay, so I turn around and I come back.
All right.
I'll be down very shortly after them then.
Okay. All right. You come down just about the time Aloric arrives. And he's like, good morning. Early risers today.
We are meeting someone first thing before she goes to work.
I see. Well, in the future, if you wish, let me show you where I keep the flint and tinder and the lighters for the chandeliers.
Put us to work?
If you wanted more light, that's all.
Can you make a picnic basket for lunch?
I'm certain that can be arranged.
Okay. We want one of those.
For how many?
2.
2. Yeah.
All right. That I can do.
And would it be too much trouble to get breakfast going early? I'm sure our guest will have to get to work quickly.
Oh, no, we open our doors usually right around sunrise. We do cater to those who work in the mornings, so that shouldn't be an issue. But I'll check with Cook just to be sure.
Well, she'd follow him on the tender and stuff and then look to see where he gets the water going for tea. Is that in the kitchen or does he have it at behind the bar?
He gets the water from the kitchen, but all he does is just sit a pot down on the window and a hand comes by and grabs it and disappears. And then, about 4 or 5 minutes later, that, blur comes back by and sits it back down and there's steam coming out of it.
Good to know.
But he sets about, he puts the water in there, and sets about lighting the candles in the chandelier. He lowers a couple of them to replace some of the candles. These are long burning candles, so they don't need to be replaced every day.
As much. Right.
But, you see he's, just kind of taking care of the place, and soon enough, the place is about as bright as it usually is for dinners. And he gets the fire in the hearth going. And then comes back with the pitcher of boiling water and a basket with different forget what they're called, the metal balls that hold the loose tea.
The T-ball, but I don't know what they're. Yeah.
Yeah.
T-ball.
A few of those.
There's a name.
Yeah, I can't think of it either. And some teacups. And then he looks at Zorth, says, "And what would you like?"
Breakfast.
To drink.
Oh. Tea's fine.
Well, very well. And he walks back over, brings back another cup and saucer, and says, "Will Tasha be joining you?"
And then I stumble downstairs.
And he turns around and comes back with a carafe and a mug.
Mornings suck.
And the carafe is full of very hot coffee.
Bless you.
Not sure if our guests want coffee or tea. We'll let you know.
That's right. You did say you needed an extra place setting.
Yes.
So he goes and gets that and brings another chair over and sits it down and brings out another teacup and a saucer and sits it near that place setting.
Thank you, Lord.
Of course.
You expecting Hubald and Ceratus this morning?
Not unless you've ordered something.
No, we didn't.
No.
Haven't had time.
Then they won't be here today.
It's Friday after all.
It's almost rest day.
We will be we will be seeing them tomorrow morning, however. They usually come and drop off supplies for the weekend.
Yay! And then the day after is rest day, right?
Yes.
That'll be lovely.
All right. Let me go see about finding out where Cook is on the food.
Thank you. So we'll have to go do our inquiries today, so maybe have her meet us back here again after she's at dinner. About housing. You don't have to tell her that yet. We won't know this morning, but ask her to come back for dinner.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go back to Arimynn?
I am. You want me to tell Synchron anything for you if you don't go back?
No, I mean my house is there. It just I don't know. It seems like we're settling in here well. But
To be honest, I don't care much for this place.
really,
The clans are a bit much.
structure, the inner and outer enclave, I don't like so much.
Well, and then the tumultuous,
But I'd like to visit once in a while. We've made
volatile.
some friends.
Agreed.
We're waiting. Is she coming? What is the time passing slowly? The time is passing slowly.
Time is passing relatively slowly. Probably got another 10, 15 minutes before sunrise.
I go upstairs again.
Yeah, she's got ants in her pants today.
I wander up to the bar. How long have you been in Thunder's Edge, Lord?
A little over 3 years.
You moved here. You bought this place and moved here. Is that?
Well, originally I just worked here, and then the owner decided to retire, and I petitioned to purchase the establishment from him, won the bid, and I've been running it since.
And where did you move from?
I actually lived on a small farm to the south and east of Sandy Cove.
So always in southern Aecathan.
Yes.
You like it here?
I do. I could do with a bit less. I can trust in your discretion.
Of course.
I could do with a bit less of the attitude coming from inside the inner walls. But on the whole, at least the people who live in the outer enclave, I find to be generally hardworking and personable.
Yeah, I'm used to different classes, but it's a whole new level here.
Yes. Clan social structure is different than any I've encountered before. Can't hear you.
Sorry, thought I turned it back on. Mike was dying over there, so yeah, the clan structure, but then also how much it's the outer inner enclave that you can't even go in, and that somehow people are less than because they live out here is.
Yes. That's what I mean when I say I could do with less of the inner enclave attitude.
Yeah.
I find truly no difference between those who live here and those who live in there, except the ones who live here are more tolerant than the ones who live in there.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks outside and says, if you'll excuse me, I think it's time to unlock the doors.
Nods and goes back over to the table.
And you see him walk up to the front, turns the corner, heads for the front doors. He's gone about a minute, and he comes back in, and following him is Grinylla. She's dressed in worn brown shoes, a black cotton dress that clearly has been washed a number of times, and a thin gray shawl around her shoulders. You see in the light she is pale. She has that hollow look of someone who doesn't eat regularly. And brown eyes, not very lively. And black hair, which you would guess in her youth was probably absolutely beautiful. But now it's a little straggly, and it's streaked with silver and white, done up in a bun.
What size is she compared to me? I come down the stairs and I look to see what size is she compared to me. I don't even know what size I am. Fuck that.
You could probably fit 1.5 of her inside the stuff you wear. Not
Do I
because
have-
you're that big, but because she's that thin.
Right,
We're
right,
gonna
right,
take-
right, right.
Hey, don't worry, Zori.
What?
We'll get some stuff for her today.
Well, she's just peeking out, like,
Oh, sorry.
down at the top of the stairs.
Sorry, I forgot she left.
Yeah, is there...
And Grinylla walks in with the shawl and kind of is looking around and looks and actually sees you, Zori, and kind of stops. And just kind of walks up to the bar where Aloric is and leans over to talk to him.
You scared her.
And he says, he clearly, he says a couple things and he gestures to your table, and she turns around and looks, and then looks right at Arimynn, like,
Hello, Grinylla. Please come sit with us.
and she slowly walks over and just kind of sinks down in the chair and just kind of sits there looking at you, kind of like she has no idea why she's here. And she has no idea what to expect.
Would you like some coffee or some tea?
Why?
Because it's morning?
I prefer tea. Tasha likes coffee. So, do you have a preference?
Either is fine.
Grinylla, my name is Arimynn. This is Arabelle. This is Tasha. And the beautiful lady you've seen coming down the stairs is my sister, Zori.
Yes, she waved at me twice.
I look up at Aloric and point to my teacup and then point to Grinylla.
Well, there are several balls.
he
You
brought-
have all the stuff there you need to do tea right at the
Oh.
table.
Then I serve her some tea.
Okay.
Breakfast will be along shortly.
So what brings you to Thunder's Edge?
An infuser. Tea infusers.
Oh,
There we
thank
go.
you. Yes.
That's the right word.
I came looking for...
Can't hear you all of a sudden.
I came looking for work.
I can't hear
Oh,
that.
wait.
Oh, those are bows.
Our sound system just flipped off, and I don't know what
I heard you, Jeff.
I did too.
happened to my remote control.
I thought you had it. I'm like, what the heck?
I used to. There we go.
Well, you know what?
No.
We could do this.
There we go. Let's try this again.
As she sits there, clearly trying to figure out what to say, trying to determine what you want to hear,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to take a break.
So sad.
You should
However,
have waited till Van got her chair all the way back.
I am pleased to announce that starting tonight and from here on in, our break is 15 minutes.
Oh, bless you.
Yes.
It only took 19 episodes for me to figure out 10 minutes wasn't long enough.
It's a big ass party now.
All right. We'll see you in 15 minutes.
Yes,
Who's
we will be
attention?
back
Who's
to
attention?
finish tonight's episode in 15 minutes, so stick around.
Hilarious.
And welcome back.
Woo!
I do want to remind you, this is the last gaming segment of the marathon. Right up here, that's the link to donate to Extra Life. All of the money donated goes to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And we encourage you, be as generous as you can.
That's what this is all about.
Yep. All right. Where were we? Oh, yes. At breakfast.
Yes. Or tea.
I'm gonna come down the stairs and sit at the table.
All right. And you had just started asking Grinylla questions.
Yes, I asked her where she was from. What brought her to Thunder's Edge?
I came looking for work.
Inside check.
Feel free.
No. I was kidding.
Do it.
We're just
do it.
26 on the inside check.
She's terrified.
Okay.
She's like, the only reason she's here is because she was more afraid of the shadow that woke her up than she is to be sitting here.
Wow.
Where are you from?
Arimynn tried to be friendly.
Originally from outside Sandy Cove.
I see. Interesting. Aluric is was in a very similar situation. He came from about where you were from, and
Who is Aloric?
the guy who owns this place.
And as if summoned, Aloric appears with a very large tray, sits it down on the table next to yours, and begins putting down platters of breakfast stuff. Platter of bread, platter of ham, smaller platter of bacon, platter of potatoes, a variety of fruit.
I say call like quietly and in a nice tone to Grinylla. We always have so much for breakfast. I hope you'll join us. Our treat. I don't want her to think she has to pay and not eat. Please help yourself as much as you want. We won't eat all this.
And I hand her a fork. Oh, what are we having today?
Ham.
Well, there's bread and ham and bacon and potatoes and fruit and eggs.
Okay. So I start making like a little brandy sandwich, with all the extra things, and I say, try this first, and I with my hands I pick it up and put it in a plate in front of her.
And she's still sitting there clutching her shawl, and now she's got the fork.
Clutching her shawl, clutching her pearls and her fork. No,
and she hasn't touched the tea.
Are you familiar with Torora?
Yes.
I'm a follower of Torora, and I believe that it's important to help people where we can. Arimynn and Zorith have been where you are. They know what it's like to not know where your next meal is coming from. Please eat.
We were there as children.
Make a persuasion check, Arabelle.
I want to help her.
I know, me too.
You can't help her.
Oh, I can.
She's scared of you.
She's scared of you.
Oh, all right.
She's more scared of you than anyone else at the table.
You scared the living crap out of her.
I know.
Can I guide myself?
Depends. Do you want to let her see you casting a spell?
No.
I should just clutch. All right. 25.
Oh, mother of God.
I have +8, and I rolled a 17. So
You didn't need any of our help. Screw y'all.
She just kind of looks at you for a second, and you see her eyes kind of searching your person.
and I've got the symbol.
Yeah, she kind of... And she puts the fork down and reaches out a trembling hand and takes the teacup and like watching all of you, like, you know.
Well, I'll take my tea and I'll follow her.
You get kind of, you get the same read off her as you would a dog who has been beaten its entire life and then someone tries to show it kindness for the first time.
It only takes a little bit to remind you.
And she takes a sip.
It's hot.
And she's just sipping it, and every time you can see that the fact that A, it's tea, and B, it's hot.
I want to run up to the counter and ask her if her basket is ready. What?
Just relax for a minute and let her kind of take this in without so much stimuli.
Well, you're not going to say that in front of us, are you?
No.
Then I'm backing up and going to the countertop.
Well, Arimynn begins to put
Zori's
potatoes
just
and
checking on
fruit
something. She'll be right back.
and bread on his plate and begins eating his breakfast quietly.
Did you have? Sandy Cove is a small town, smaller than here, right?
Yes. And she looks at the sandwich and picks up the fork and kind of looks confused.
Well, she made you the sandwich, so you can just pick it up and eat it with your hands, or you can take it apart and eat it with the fork.
It's up to you.
She's going to make herself another one and shove it in her face with her hands, so you don't have to worry about manners. You're hungry. Eat.
She picks up the sandwich and, you know, it's like stuff is falling out of it, and, you know, she takes a bite, just a little bite, and chews it and gets this look on her face like, wow.
Forgotten how good food could taste.
You say that and you see just one tear.
Did you lose your family?
She takes another bite.
My husband died earlier this year. I know how hard it can be.
And you now get the feeling that she has started eating because she's figured out that if she eats, she doesn't have to talk.
Gotcha. Well, I will.
That
eat
and
as well.
she's actually enjoying the food.
Good.
I'm at the counter.
I just want her to feel safe, so I will eat.
Not loudly, just like.
Well, Alaric sees you. And,
But I
you
know, I'm
know,
just drumming.
He holds up a finger, and he's got another tray that he's taking to another table that's come in.
Dork.
I'm just like tapping, waiting.
All right. He comes back over and says, "What can I do for you?"
Do you have the basket? Do you have the basket?
It's,
Lunch basket?
It's being put together right now.
Okay. I don't like to wait. Okay. It's really difficult. Thank you. And I run back to the thing.
He just kind of gets this amused chuckle and shakes his head a little bit and then goes back to prep.
Of course he does.
I
He does it when they deal with me.
I sit and quietly eat.
Yeah.
Oh, I come back to the table and I make myself a little sandwich, and I once you guys are like, hopefully it will have taken a long time and enough that she's like eating now.
Yes,
And
you
like,
see that she's actually eaten probably an eighth of one of the halves of the sandwich. She's just taking little bites, but she's eating consistently. I mean, regularly.
I take my sandwich and I like elbow her, and I'm like, good, right? And then like keep going.
You startled her.
Yes, it's very good.
I know. And I just keep eating.
Who is she sitting by?
Well, I know that Arabelle is on one side of her, and I think probably you're on the other side of her.
Okay. I put together a very small pouch with 20 gold pieces in it, and I kind of just stick it in her pocket when she's not looking.
Make a sleight of hand check.
23.
Okay. She doesn't seem to notice.
She's gonna turn it into the authorities because she's gonna think somebody's gonna think she stole it.
Yeah, I don't like that because but that's okay. I wouldn't have done it that way.
It'll be all right.
Are you still afraid of me?
Yeah. It's going to be
Not
a while.
You broke into where I was sleeping, and you were a shadow that woke me.
That's true. But I had reasons for doing it, and it wasn't to frighten you. I apologize. I'm not really all that scary. In fact, I'm kind of an idiot.
I just start shaking my head while I'm eating.
She just kind of looks at you, Arabelle, like...
He's really not scary. We were watching the house for other reasons, thinking someone had broken in for nefarious reasons.
I was just trying to sleep.
Right. We know now, but...
Which is why you're sitting here at the table with us now.
He felt very bad about scaring you. Arimynn has taken care of his sister most of their lives. The last thing he would want to do is scare someone who's hurting and hungry.
Her and I spent a lot of time as you are now, like 50 years as children, as you are now. So I get it. And I had often wished someone with my means would have come and helped me. So now that we do have the means, I don't let anyone who is the way I was go without.
Make a persuasion check.
I was just going to say, not if we can help it.
And you may make it with...
Advantage.
No, actually, you may make it normally because the fact that everybody's helping cancels out the disadvantage you would have.
Oh, jeez. I see.
Well, it was a 21.
It's pretty good.
Take that, Mike, and drop it.
Yeah, if the difficulty was 25.
You see her kind of like trying to process all of this. And she looks at Tasha and then looks at Zorith and then looks at you, Arimynn, and then looks at Arabelle like, are they for real?
Yes.
Well, she doesn't say that, but that's the...
Yeah, but right. And I say yes, like she said it out loud.
You work all day today, right?
Every day.
We'd like to put some things together today for you. If you'll come back after work and see us for dinner.
If you like.
We'd very much like to have dinner with you. Zorith has talked to Aloric about putting together a package for you to take with you for lunch today.
I've been looking like constantly. Obviously, because
That's what she's so impatient about. The cook's putting something together for you so that you'll have a meal today.
I was just going to ask if I could take the other half of the sandwich with me.
Well, you
I
can
feel
do
like
that
a meerkat.
on the way to work.
I won't... There's no way I can finish this. This is more than I'm used to eating in a day.
Look at Zorith.
Yeah, well, nobody should go without food
No.
at all. I keep looking. Is Lark bringing it? I feel like I'm like a meerkat, like a fucking meerkat. Like,
Sorry, eat your breakfast.
Patience. Patience.
Yeah, how long will that take?
right? Sandwiches, bitches. Where's our food?
I look at her and I say, before I joined the army, there were many days where I didn't eat. There were many times when there was no one to help me. And those who did say that they were going to help me did it because they had designs on me. And we try really hard to help people when we can. And just give them enough that they won't go hungry and that perhaps they have a little more faith in people. Because some days that's really hard. And I go back to eating and let her process that.
Well, she manages to finish the half of the sandwich that she's been eating and goes back to just sort of sipping the tea.
I push my potatoes and half of my bread over to Zori.
I eat them.
and Aloric walks over with a basket about, yay big around, about 10 inches in diameter, and it's got a piece of cloth over it, but it's, the basket's probably a good 5 inches, and the cloth is sticking up a good 3 inches over the top of that. And he just...
When he comes close to us,
Mm-hmm.
I grab it out of his hands.
Well, he walks and is extending it to you.
I take it.
Corey's a little overstimulated this morning.
And I hand it
Just this
to
morning.
Nilla. I put it on the table and I push it forward to her. This lunch, some little lunchy things, lunch, because you can't work all day on really not a lot of food. So this is lunch.
But
if you want and you didn't finish your sandwich, you can wrap that up and put it in there and then have that for a late lunch or a snack or maybe an after dinner lunch.
Or if you're like Zori, you can have second breakfast.
All of those things work. Just keep that in a little basket. It'll be perfect.
It's
Thanks,
all over.
Lorik.
It's going to be okay.
You see her just kind of sitting there, her head just shaking a little bit, and her hands are just kind of in front of her, you've now surpassed her ability to process.
Yeah. So, after work, or come back for dinner, and we'll talk a little bit more then. You'll have had time to have some food in your system and process all of this. I know it's overwhelming.
Yes.
I reach down in my bag and pull out a shawl, scarf, similar to what she's wearing, but not threadbare. Hand it to her. This might be a little warmer.
Oh no, I couldn't. It's too fine.
So are you.
You don't understand. If she gives that to you, then she gets to go buy another one.
Damn you, Pam.
I unfold it and drape it around her shoulders.
And she just kind of reaches up and...
It's beautiful on you.
It's so soft.
Pam, you're killing me. I don't think I can keep.
That's okay. I got me too, if that helps.
Well, it's not a good gaming session unless I can make Nikki and Pam cry. So.
Yeah, but that's not a challenge.
If you get a net to cry, then we're really in.
If I get a net to cry, I'm spending all of my money on lottery tickets.
And if Mike cries, you already won the lottery.
True.
Woo!
True.
I hope that you'll have a good day.
And if you have a horrible day, just think about lunch. Lunch, you should always be looking forward to lunch. So today you can.
And she takes the half of the sandwich and kind of wraps it up in her napkin, looking at you is this okay?
Absolutely.
Sure, there's room in your basket to take that with you.
You were serious?
Of course. That's your lunch.
I don't need any more food yet. I gotta wait for a little while.
She lifts
Oh,
up the reaches out to the piece of cloth and lifts it up and just looks, and her eyes get huge. And she's like,
I know, it's like a week's worth, isn't it?
I won't be able to eat that in a week.
Okay. Take it home. Take it with you.
And then you'll have lunch tomorrow.
Eat all the spoily things first, though.
She kind of stands up and places her sandwich on top of the basket and like picks up the basket like she's expecting at any second you're going to go, stop thief or something like that. I mean,
Nilla, before you go, can I walk you to work?
Oh no. No, you cannot.
why?
Because I want to. I am hanging around them all the time. I have no new friends. Can I please just hang out with you for just to work, and then I'll come straight back?
Whatever you want.
I will be back. I look at all of them. I will be back.
Hilarious. We look forward to seeing you again, dear.
I'll be thinking of you, Grinylla. Have a good day.
She just
Don't let her bug you too much.
She's so out of her depth right now.
I know.
She just kind of looks at Arabelle and then looks back at Zorth like, what the holy hell is going on? And then turns and starts to walk out.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want her, if you need some time alone before you start work, you can say no.
She's already just headed out with the basket clutched to her.
Mm-hmm.
I follow her.
Stay calm, Zori.
Okay.
You all do whatever you got to do for breakfast. I will be back.
All right.
Arimynn just leans back in his chair with his tea and sips it quietly.
She leaves the Wrath and turns right and heads down the road past the Temple of Dressfiend. She turns. Actually, you get to see a little bit more of the city than you've seen. She turns to the right and then turns to the left and begins to follow this road up along the outer wall.
I don't think we're seeing it on our mappies.
Oh, no, I probably have to... I have to scroll to the right. One moment, please. There we go.
I think after breakfast we should walk the entire inner and outer enclave so we can see the whole map.
And she stops in front of this house.
Okay. I know I can be a whole lot to experience. And I'm sorry. But what we said was true. We used to not have a lot of food. And having food is security. And I can't go with people not having food. I just can't. Food is really important. So I'm sorry if I was a little much. I hope you enjoy lunch.
You see the door open, and you see a dwarven woman. She says, "Oh, good morning, Grinylla. Come on in. Who's your friend?"
No idea.
And Grinylla says, "She gave me breakfast." Oh, well, that was very nice of her. Come on in.
Zorith. I just
Oh.
want her to have a good day. Thanks. And I'll turn around and walk away.
All right.
And I walk away.
And you
Good
see
job.
the dwarven woman, like, usher Grinylla in and then walk in behind her, close the door. I mean, it's clear she knows her. And
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I don't understand is all these people that she's working for, seeing her, she obviously doesn't eat. Why have they given her no food?
Don't know.
Not
that the
everyone
Pam or
is
is that the
observant
Arabelle?
like that.
Is that
They
the
should-
Pam or is that the Arabelle?
especially,
Arabelle.
you think about this for a moment, especially if they are a different race.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
more difficult for, say, a dwarf to register what is and isn't healthy for a human because their physiologies are quite different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she's like skeletal. You know she's
Well-
starving.
My question is, this is Arimynn, with all of the temples in this town, why has she not been able to eat?
No.
Well, okay, so she would have to reach out to those temples. They're not going to seek her out.
We found her.
Yes.
Just
But
saying.
And in the middle of the night and scared the crap out of her.
right.
Yeah, but she ate today, didn't she?
Yes. But
Yes, she did.
but I'm just saying a temple has enough resources to make food available at the temple, but you have to go and get it.
My only fear is that she looked terrified that we were going to hurt her. And when she finds the money, Tasha slipped her in her pocket. She's going to think she's being framed or that one of her
Nah,
employees is going to say she stole money. Or...
I think Zori convinced her.
Yeah, but
You don't know. I'm not there. Did we even see
We'll-
Tasha put money? Did we even see Tasha put money in the? What did you get? You got something big, didn't you?
I
Something
just
high.
I came for 20 gold.
yeah, but your sleight of hand was a
The sleight of hand was
20.
like 24.
Yeah.
We didn't even. I didn't even see it. I wouldn't.
You have
seen
no
it.
idea.
yeah, my passive perception's 21, but might have noticed. I rolled.
I've done stuff like that before.
I just worried about that might have been too much money.
Eh.
You guys got on me for giving somebody 10 gold.
Yeah, but you've only got 10 gold.
I know. I have 100 and something gold now. So we should go find out about getting this house.
I don't want to give her that house.
Well, no.
Um,
getting
No.
While Zorth is gone,
Mhm.
you see a member of the Rykeliad walk in.
Okay.
And behind him are two porters carrying an iron chest.
Holy shit.
I think we got some money.
Uh-huh.
Wave.
He walks up and... Greetings, clan friend.
He's got the
Greetings.
lion.
Yes.
Greetings, clan friend. Is that what we see then?
He seems to accept that with no problem, so... He says, by order of the Arch Sentinel, I have been commanded to deliver to you a reward for solving the mystery of the warehouse and for alerting us to the danger it represents. It is now under Rykeliad guard, and I leave this to you. Just sit it down by the table, please. And the two porters walk over and sit it down, and he steps
Well.
back and says, "Thank you again, clan friends."
Thank you and your compatriots here for bringing this to us. It's very kind. And if you wouldn't mind passing along a message to you to gentleman responsible for this.
The
let them-
lady. It's the
Lady
arch sentinel.
Oh, right. I thought you was talking about what's his name.
Krosk? No, this came from above him.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind letting her know that we are most honored and we're glad we could help.
He almost smiles. His eyes smile. He doesn't really, his mouth doesn't do it, but he says, I will tell her. Like, wow, you may not be heathens after all. That kind of look. And he, again, salutes you and snaps his fingers and turns and walks out, and the two guys follow him.
We'll be
Can I count
classy.
the loot?
The door.
Do you
Wait
want to
till the
count it
door
in
closes.
the dining room?
No.
And then I take it upstairs and count the loot.
I was gonna say, let's get it upstairs before Wiggy comes back.
What's
Oh shit.
what's your strength?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
16.
Yeah, you can barely pick this up.
I'll help her.
All right, yeah. With the two of you, it's heavy, but it's
Okay.
Laura,
Yes.
when Zori gets back, can you tell her we're up in Tasha's room?
Of course.
Thank you. Breakfast was amazing.
Do you want me to pack what's left?
Yes.
Oh yes, probably Zori will.
I will get. I want second breakfast.
I'll
I
do
barely. I didn't eat enough because I was too busy staring at the woman.
that. All right. All right. So you managed to get the chest up to Tasha's room.
Mm-hmm.
You open it up, and it is filled with gold coins.
What in the?
And you set about counting it out.
Mm-hmm.
There's 400 gold pieces in there.
Ooh, 100 each.
Do I come back?
Yeah. You come back, you see the table's empty. And Aloric says, they asked me to tell you they're up in Tasha's room. Probably counting whatever was in the large chest they received.
That's cool.
Oh,
Aloric?
and here. And he holds out a bag. Like a flour bag. And says, this is the rest of breakfast. Tasha asked me to wrap it up for you.
Thanks.
For all of you.
I have a question.
All right.
Oh boy.
Did you want to wear my shoes? Did you want a pair of them for yourself?
Oh my god.
He walks around and actually sits he walks around and grabs a chair from a nearby table, sits down, and he's wearing, like he's wearing boots himself, and he pulls his foot out of the boot, and you see that his foot ends in a hoof.
Right?
He says, I don't think they'd fit me. I have to have these specially made.
Oh. Okay.
But thank you. Just out of curiosity, why would you ask that?
Because it seemed like you liked my boots yesterday.
Oh my lord, have mercy.
Oh, this is so cute.
And so goddamn clueless.
You see him make a
Turn a
perception.
different-
Zorath, make a perception check.
Oh boy.
I better do good on this one. God damn it, I better do good.
I mean, ESP guidance.
Yeah, sorry, that didn't work.
Okay. 18. Oh, wait. Plus something else. Hold on. What is it? Perception?
Yeah.
22.
22. You see this look come over Aloric's face that you recognize the look because you know how it feels to produce that look yourself. That's the look of someone who just went, "Oh, I completely get it now." And he looks at you and smiles and says, "You were referring to yesterday?"
Yeah, the boots. Every time I showed my
I
boots.
was admiring how they looked on you.
Okay. They're really nice. I can't wait to wear
No.
them a lot.
No. Let me rephrase that. I was admiring how you looked in them.
Okay. You can borrow them if you want. I mean,
I
you
would
might be
I would rather borrow their wearer. Is that clear
Okay.
enough?
Sure, I'll be around. Thank you for lunch, for Nilla. What do we owe you? Tab?
Tab.
Okay. And I run upstairs.
I hope she tells us this.
I'm not. I mean, like, why would I? It's just a conversation.
You come in with the bag.
Yeah.
you talk?
Lunch.
Did Aloric give you that?
Yeah, he said you had a chest.
Yes, 100 gold each.
Sweet.
Did you talk?
We always talk.
But we weren't around. We're always around when you talk.
Yeah, we talked.
Did you flirt?
Did I what? No.
Oh, this is going to be so difficult.
Oh boy.
It's like Athgar all over again.
But you're going to drive her to drink.
I'm going to drive Arabelle to drink.
Yes, ma'am.
She drinks tea. We're good.
Yeah, she's going to start drinking heavier stuff if you don't figure out that poor man likes you.
Right.
He is
has the hots for you.
He is romantically interested in you.
You guys.
Oh, no, I'm not kidding.
He likes you the way you like him. Like, wants to spend time with you alone without all of us around.
And your boots.
Hence why he dropped glasses yesterday when he saw you.
I asked him about the boots. He has to have his specially made. He wanted to borrow me and not my boots.
Yes, because he would like to take you out on a date.
He'd like to kiss
that's
you.
silly.
Arimynn,
No,
Arimynn
it's
just kind of
not.
Arimynn looks at Tasha and Arabelle, and he's like, "You believe we share the same blood?"
Zorith, have you ever had a boyfriend or a girlfriend or?
No.
But you're attracted to him. He makes you blush and tingly, and
Yeah.
he feels the same way about you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to let you know that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Skadoosh once again begins to appear on Annette's forehead.
Yeah.
So we should go find out about finding a house.
Yeah. Should we buy her one, or should we just give her
Well,
one?
let's find out how much it would cost to buy one.
Right.
Well, only thing I'm concerned about is, do homeowners have to pay taxes on their house, or
They do.
so?
Well, and Tasha probably gave her enough to pay rent for a year. So if we paid rent for a year, she'd be able to get herself set up and then
Well,
earn enough money.
you
by next-
remember Wiggy said a place like that hovel would probably run 2 gold a month.
Right.
So that would be 10 months rent at that place.
Mhm.
Right, but I want her to have a little bit nicer place than that.
Maybe the murder house is for rent.
The murder house.
The dressmaker's house. We could clean. I mean,
Oh, you don't
Oh.
think that place is haunted?
no, I don't think it's haunted.
No.
Okay.
It was
But
a
if it
very nice
is,
house.
if it is, she can come get us. We'll take care of it.
It's a very nice house.
Well,
They've cleaned it up. It's probably not very expensive because
Someone died there
but people die
You know,
in houses
or-
all the time.
in a horrible way.
Hey, it is a nice house.
Just saying, it's a nice house. It's in a nice neighborhood,
And you could probably
She
get it
held-
dirt cheap because someone was murdered there.
and if we clean it up, we'll bless the place. It's just a house.
Little tiny smudge stick. I need a big old smudge stick.
Really, really big.
She's not the spirit of the woman, because I can't remember her name, is not there anymore.
No.
Okay.
I
She was in that hovel. You think?
Barletta
and she-
Dorgan.
yeah, I was
Barletta.
getting-
Okay, we could
Well,
find
she
another
may-
house. I was just thinking, and we knew that one was available.
She may have family. We don't know what they're doing with that house. But if we can pay for it, even if we can't afford to buy it, if we can pay for it for a year, she'll be
Yeah.
able to maybe make enough that she can pay taxes next year.
I wonder if Aloric's hiring any housekeeping.
We could ask on the way out.
here's an idea.
I wonder if he does, if he gives like board.
Oh.
Here's an idea.
Hmm.
Well, we seem to be spending a lot of time here. Why don't we get a winter home here?
That's why I asked you if you liked it here, and you said, no, I hate it here. I want to leave. Because I thought we could buy a house and she could take care of it while we're gone.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
I thought so.
I like that plan.
That's why I asked
All
you
right.
last night if you liked it here, and you were like, no, I can't wait to leave.
Right. Doesn't mean we can't buy a house and she can take care of it for us.
Then when
then
we visit, we have a place to stay, which is not the
Right.
same thing as living here all the time.
Right.
I'm just telling you this so that you understand how his brain is thinking, which is a little strange.
Fair.
It just needs to have quarters that, you know, she'd have her own space.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Let's go look for that
Plus,
instead
Lori's
of
boyfriend lives here, and so we'll have to come visit.
what?
Your boyfriend, Aloric.
The friend
Lives
who is my boy. Yes.
Oh, you
boy
are
who is my
so
friend.
Your-
stubborn.
Your friend that you both have an interest in each other lives here. I asked him if he liked living here. He thinks it's okay, so I don't think we'll convince him to move to Airma.
Mm-mm.
I
His business is here. Why would he move to Airmont?
I think you guys are I know, okay. Obviously I've been to school. I know the birds and the bees.
Good.
It's the
Good
same
start.
thing. But it takes two people to participate in
Which of these two people do you think would not participate?
well, I just think that right now there's like 15 people in this, and I still don't know what I would have to talk to him. He would have to talk to me.
right.
It
That's what we're
sounded-
trying to make sure
It
you know
sounded
that
like he wanted to do some talking and you just let it go over your head.
Okay, I'm gonna leave because all of this is getting a little
No,
too.
let's go look at the
chicky for me.
house. I think we've overwhelmed Zori now, just
Yep.
like we overwhelmed Grinylla.
Yep.
So we're done.
Yep, sorry.
Go shopping for a house.
I don't know about Zori, but you overwhelmed me with it. It's like, really?
Sorry.
You do it
I
all
mean,
the
yeah.
time.
Your sister's love life is probably
Me?
not.
Well, no,
Right.
it's just like that's all you're talking about, and I don't really have any interest in that. So
You have a lot of experience in this area. Maybe you could help.
she doesn't need my help.
She
Zori is
does.
perfectly capable of making her own decisions when she wants to make them.
Well, that's true.
All right.
You, I think. Thank you.
I just think it's sweet that you like each other.
Right.
He's a nice
And
guy.
that's where the chicky part comes in, that I'm ready to go.
Let's go.
Okay. Let's go. So, how are we going to find a house?
We have to go back and talk to
The dwarf.
the dwarf.
Okay.
He's the register of deeds.
Okay.
We want to live in the outer enclave,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. And I'm going to put on my poker face and not get frustrated with
Asgard.
princes.
Leave him to me.
Plus, here's the best part. They're going to send us Athgar, and we're going to go see Fullbar, who Athgar is afraid of, so it'll put him in his place already, and we won't have to do it.
It's fairly lovely.
And we can be on his side against Fullbar.
I don't mind being his bro.
His what?
Bro.
Good. You do that. I'm just going to be quiet.
Take one for the team.
All right. So you head out of the Wrath, across the street, up to the gate. You see a couple guards standing there. One of them is wearing the insignia of the Lion Clan. And he sees you walk up and just stands straight and salutes you and tries to knock my microphone over.
Do the thing back.
And he says, "Clan friends, you wish to enter the enclave?"
If that is all right.
Absolutely. May I speak with you for a moment?
Of course.
And he kind of ushers you inside and the gate and just a little bit to the side off the road. You will understand this is a somewhat delicate situation, but we have been asked by Athgar to notify him if you should enter the inner enclave.
By all means.
But our allegiance is to the clan, and you are clan friends. So if you do not wish it, we will send no message.
No, maybe you better get him.
You could let him know we're headed to see if we can speak with Fullbar, and he may not wish to come.
Actually, you want to speak to Arilakis.
Oh, sorry.
Fullbar is the halfling that owns the blue spider.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Arilakis.
Yeah.
Arilakis, yes. Sorry. We needed to speak to Arilakis about some deeds. So.
Very well.
I know.
I will.
Or may or may not wish to accompany us there.
I will take the message myself when my shift ends.
Thank
in
you.
3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And what is your name?
You would ask.
She would.
It
Hold
was very
on.
nice to meet you. Ask. You don't have to tell me.
I have
We
to
can pretend.
I have to get back to my notes here. Hold on.
You still have 2 pencils over there? I lost mine. It's probably in my chair.
Thank you, my dear.
I am Aim Brer.
Lovely to meet you. We're honored to be clan friends.
So we're not going to get to talk to anybody for 3 or 4 hours?
Oh, no.
No.
You are welcome to... if you need directions, I would be happy to provide them to you, but
Oh,
you can see the Lord's keep off in the
Right.
distance right there,
Okay.
and that is where Lord Aralax's office is.
Yes, we was there.
Ah, well then,
We were there.
you know your way. I won't keep you.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing the message with Athgar as he requested. It's very kind of you.
Travel well, clan friends.
He's just waiting to tell Athgar until the end of his shift that we were here by 3 hours. Aim, right?
Mm-hmm. AEM.
All right, let's go buy us a house.
All right.
Maybe we should buy the murder house.
It's too small for what your intentions are.
Oh, okay.
It was a house for a single person.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we need a house.
You're looking for a house basically for 5 or 4 in a
Yeah.
servant's quarters even.
Yeah.
All right. So we walked to his place. Now, is there like, does he have an assistant or someone that we can speak to?
Yeah, he's got a secretary.
Okay, yeah, because I don't just want to like blow into his
Knock
office
on
or
his
anything.
door.
Yeah, that's what you did with Athgar.
Right. So, okay, let's go to talk to his secretary.
All right. I'm trying to think, who would it be? All right. All right. You get to his office and you see a woman, close cropped, wavy, auburn hair, brown eyes, skin about the color of dark chocolate. She looks up and she has sky blue eyes. And she says, "May I help you?"
Well, I certainly hope so. Would it be possible at some point to be able to speak with the register today?
And who might I ask is calling?
Oh, I'm Arimynn. This is Arabelle, Zori, and Tasha.
We are friends of the Lion Clan.
Ah, yes. You discovered the source of the haunting in that warehouse.
Indeed.
Lord Aralaxus just requested that payment be sent to you. You did
Receipt?
receive the payment?
Did
did.
and very appreciated.
Very
Thank you.
generous.
Excellent. Please, wait here. I will tell him that you are here.
Thank you.
And she gets up and walks in. Very relaxed, very lithe in her movements. It's almost like watching a stalking animal move is the impression you get. She knocks on the door and then opens it, walks in, closes it behind her. She's in there for a couple minutes, and then she comes back out, leaves the door open, and says, Lord Arilakis can see you now, if you wish.
Thank you.
Of course.
Head back to the office.
She sits back down at her desk and... All right, so you walk in and you see Arilakis behind his desk. And he looks up and...
Again.
Ah. Huh. Well. Didn't expect to see you back. What, not enough money?
There's plenty of money. Thank you. No, we're here to kind of spend that money.
Oh.
We're looking for a decent place out in the outer enclave to buy.
Or
Is
at
there
least
anything you
rent.
can help us with or point us in the direction of?
Define decent.
A place with enough room for all of us and a servant.
Did help. 5-bedroom. Sorry.
Let me look. He shoves off the stool and walks over, opens up a cabinet, and you see there's just papers. But he seems to know exactly where things are because he's like... Comes back with like 5 folders. It says, well, this is what I've got at the moment. And he lays them out. There's one that is 5 bedrooms and servants' quarters with a small lot. One that is 3 bedrooms and servants' quarters. One that is 5 bedrooms, no servants' quarters. And then 2 that are 4 bedrooms, servants' quarters. One has stables. One does not.
So the 5-bedroom with the servant quarters, how much would that cost?
To rent or to buy?
Both.
Buy.
Both. All right, I can deal with both. Let's see. And he actually pulls out an abacus and begins doing calculations.
Even though stables would be exciting, we're not really here enough to have stables. We could probably rent horses for that. So, okay.
All right. Well, let's see. List price would be 40 gold a month. 8,000 to buy. But you have been declared clan friend of the Lion Clan, which essentially makes you, for sales purposes, members of the Rykeliad. So it would be 10 gold a month or 2,000 to purchase.
Hmm.
And then the 4-bedroom with the servants' quarters without the stables.
Let's see. Actually, that comes out to about the same price. The difference is the 4-bedroom with the servants' quarters actually comes with a small yard. So it's a little bit more land.
I think those two are the best options. Maybe we could go look at them.
Yeah, I like the one with a little bit of the land for. Yeah.
Where's the 4-bedroom at in the city?
10 gold a month.
Find the right window. Too many windows.
Oh, many windows.
2,000.
Make sure that we've got the right section of the city up for you to see.
So is that 4 bedrooms plus servants' quarters, or
Yes.
4 bedrooms plain? Oh,
It's 4 bedrooms plus servant quarters or 5 bedrooms.
4 bedrooms plus servants'
The
quarters.
4 bedrooms with servants' quarters comes with a parcel of land as well. The 5-bedroom is just the house, basically.
And then usually with the servants' quarters, they're down a little bit, separated from the other bedrooms, and
Yes.
so she'd have her privacy, and so would we.
Yes. All right.
So there's your
The 5-bedroom is here.
Mm.
The 4-bedroom with the servants' quarters and the plot of land is here.
Ooh,
Oh, I like that.
it's close by your temple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the temple was down at the other end.
Oh, there's one right there too.
Yeah, I don't know whose temple that is.
Oh,
This is the Temple of Dressfiend.
It's way
Yes, that's
down.
right.
Yeah, like down at the bottom.
We can't see it, but we know
Okay,
it's not on the
okay.
screen. So. It's not on the
Um,
screen, so it's not near.
Oh,
Hold, please. Let me.
What if we?
I forgot I needed to pull up my map, which has the key on it. So 1 second.
We don't. I go up to Arabelle and say, "We don't have that kind of money yet. Should we rent to own? Is that a thing?"
So you said the rental was 10 gold pieces a month
Yes.
and the purchase was 2,000. Is it possible to make larger monthly payments towards the 2,000, or would we have to buy up front, like a mortgage?
You would have to have the money up front.
Okay. So, but we could rent until we had the money and then discuss purchase later.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Let's do that.
If we keep
And we
working,
can-
we'll have that.
A year in advance or so, since we travel so much.
That the temple that's just kitty corner from that house is the redeemed holy house of Pharos. So that's like the town mortuary,
Yeah.
because Pharos is the god of the dead.
Makes sense.
but that's a nice. It's kind of isolated, which is nice.
Yep, and it's actually just inside one of the gates out of town, and very near a gate to the inner enclave. It's actually well situated.
Yeah. So if we could pay for a year or so in advance because we travel, and then now when we do purchase, are there annual taxes, or
There are some.
now with rent, since we don't own it, there's not extra taxes?
No.
Okay.
Well, I think pending us going to look at it, I think we want it.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
I will set it aside then.
Thank you. All right. Well, let's go look at it.
Yeah.
And then
Uh,
is there for us to come back.
A moment. He walks over to what looks like a chest of drawers, but it's got basically a metal bar that's hinged, goes all the way around the chest, and at the bottom is a large padlock. And he walks over and unlocks it and sits it there and flips the bar up, and then looks back at the piece of paper on the desk, and then opens the drawer and reaches in and pulls out a box, closes the drawer, turns around, and holds the box out to whoever wants it.
Take it. Oh, you got it.
I'll take it.
Okay.
That's the key.
The key.
So we can go look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, quaint.
That's not necessary.
And he turns around and puts the bar back down, puts the padlock back on it, locks it.
Well,
When would be a good time? Don't want to disrupt your day if we're interested in.
I plan on being here working until at least sundown.
Okay.
And as far as today goes, I have no appointments on my calendar, so one time's as good as the next.
Thank you for seeing us. We do appreciate it.
Of course. I'll tell Tis to pass you right in should you come back today.
very good.
Let's go look at the house.
Yeah.
We'll spend our Thunder's Edge money in Thunder's Edge. Probably need
Keep it in the system.
All right.
furnishings. Maybe the previous people left some furniture.
All right.
Well-
So you head out. You can travel easily through the inner enclave.
Yep.
Out to that other gate.
A lot faster.
And you can, follow the road or just walk across the grass.
Yep.
And
Just cut across.
you see the house. Everybody make a perception check.
$24.
Me too.
17.
5. Zorith goes.
I see nothing.
Yeah, Zorith is like, wow, that's a lot of grass.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, look at all this grass. It's so fancy.
The 24s, you look at it and immediately begin to sort of evaluate it critically. It is, it looks like a brick frame, but it's a wooden construction around the brick frame. It needs to be painted.
Okay.
The windows are dirty. It looks like nobody's lived there in a while.
Well,
But apart from the fact that the paint is peeling, it looks to be in decent shape, at least from the outside.
let's go inside.
Is it
Yeah.
1 or 2 stories? He said 2.
And once you get in there, you discover that it's actually got like a Michigan basement.
Troll basement.
Root
Yep.
cellar,
Yep, exactly.
canning, putting things up.
So
Yep.
for those of us who don't know,
It's basically dirt floor, dirt walls, and the underside of the floor of the main floor.
okay,
So it's not at all finished,
right.
But
but
you
it's
still
Yeah, it's great
Cool.
for storing things that need to be kept cool or dark or both.
That's where you keep all your supplies.
Okay.
All right. Wander through the house.
All right. There's no furniture, but the floors are finished and varnished. A couple places where they probably need a little bit of work, but overall, looks pretty good. The walls appear to be sound. There
go ahead.
There is a double-sided fireplace on the first floor that it's basically sort of a two-sided open fire pit that could easily be a library and a study, could be a dining room and a living room, could be, any sort of that combination. There is a kitchen, needs work.
Okay.
Not a lot, but some of the materials for some of the shelves look a bit worn. Not unserviceable, just they've seen some wear.
And
Are there any... Oh, go ahead.
Are the servants' quarters off the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay. Look at that.
It's a fairly decent-sized room. It's probably bigger than the rooms you've got at the Wrath at the moment.
Okay.
Do any of the rooms have a skylight?
No. But they all have windows. The second floor is basically just 4 rooms. It's 4 bedrooms.
I like it.
Sufficient, especially for $10 a month. I mean, $10, 10 gold a month.
Especially for $10 a month. Fuck yeah.
We'll have to maybe talk to Wiggy and Aloric about where to buy furniture and.
Well, I can put my hammock up in any of these rooms.
Who can maybe do a little
TLC, little upkeep, cleaning on the outside and painting. Sure. The inside's relatively clean. Probably just needs dusting because it's been empty, but
Yeah.
all right.
The window panes
Question.
all appear to be intact. They're just dirty.
If we hire Nilla, if she says yes, to stay with us and take care of her house, she doesn't really have to do a whole lot because we're pretty steadfast. So she'll be able to have her own job, plus then a good place to come back to. Are we also gonna pay her as well? We can, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it just free room and board?
I mean, I thought she could maybe just take care of the house for us.
That's what I was hoping.
That's
We can
free
talk
room and board.
At her other jobs. Is that what you
wait.
think? You want to hire her, pay her
Well,
to work for us full
yes.
time.
Yeah, so she doesn't have to work anywhere else, just us.
Yes.
Right.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was all. Also, if we get this house, do you think somebody could put in a skylight for me? Like, so I can see the stars at night?
We'd have to ask if we can do that while we're renting, but when we buy it,
Right, we're renting. Right. Maybe later. Maybe later.
when we have enough money to buy it, we can have a skylight.
Okay. Thanks.
Can Can you cast an illusion on the ceiling so it looks like the sky before you go to bed?
I'll figure something out.
All right.
Let's go back and buy the house. Or, I mean, rent it.
So, Jeff, I don't know if we have to role play that out, but we go back and sign a lease and
Okay.
pay a year up front.
You get back, and Aralakis has the lease ready.
Gosh.
All right.
I
So if we do it,
I had a feeling.
so if we do 12 months, that's 60 gold apiece
Oh, yeah.
for 240 gold. No, you said 10 gold a month.
Correct.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
It's 30
I
gold
had
apiece.
20. That's 100. Yeah, 30 gold piece.
Okay.
I had the not Raquiliad first.
Right.
I give
Got it.
30 gold.
Me too.
It's good for a year. Maybe in a year we can just buy the place.
That would be the goal.
And Aralakis says, talk to your friend Aloric. He'd probably point you in the right direction of somebody who can make copies of the key, so you can each have one.
And we'll have a live-in housekeeper, so we'll get one for her. Too. Thank you so much.
I'm
No.
gonna have to get.
Thank you, and welcome to Thunder's Edge.
Thanks.
Officially.
There's no furniture or anything in this house, right?
Right.
Right. We have to do
Yeah.
some shopping.
Yeah.
We won't subject
I was going to say, you're probably going to be staying at the Wrath a little longer.
Yeah.
While
Yeah.
you start getting the
I think
place in shape.
if we can get it cleaned up enough and get the fireplace, make sure it's working, that Grinylla can start staying there.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe today we can at least get her room furnished and get the kitchen decent. So whatever that costs. We should be able to buy a bed and stuff.
Right.
And maybe we can take her there after dinner
Yeah.
and see if she's interested in the job.
Yeah.
Would that be relatively easy, Jeff, to get the one room and a...
You don't know. The person to ask would be Wiggy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we go looking for Wiggy.
All right.
Yep.
Well, it's
Put the
about
word out.
it's about lunchtime at this point.
So he's not up before noon.
Unless he needs to be.
Yeah.
But you head back to the Wrath, and you see him sitting at the bar chatting with Aloric.
Wiggy, just the guy we're looking for.
Huh? Oh, hey. Huh.
You're worried when people do that, aren't you?
Let's just say it conjures up some bad memories.
Let us buy you lunch. Come talk to us.
Hey, never say no to a free lunch, right?
Never said it was free. We're just going to pay for it.
I see what you did there. That's good. That's good.
Mhm.
All right. So he walks over and sits down at your usual table. And so, how can I help you today?
Well,
We bought a place.
Oh, let Tasha.
rented.
No kidding. You guys are staying?
Well,
Eh,
Enough. We figure we'll be back enough to make it worth it.
Huh. Well, all right.
Pay for a room here so we can come take advantage of those baths, though.
Well, you know, if you rent the place, I know where you can actually get tubs that sit up on the floor. They got their own little clawed feet and stuff.
yeah.
you're talking.
Is there a room in the house we could turn into a bathroom?
A closet.
With a little bit of work, yes.
Okay.
But there's no room on the first floor apart from the servants' quarters that doesn't have 2 doors.
You can totally take part of my room and turn it into a fancy little spa thing.
Can't
I will
we
take
just
a smaller room.
have tubs put in each of our bedrooms?
That's extravagant.
Well, yeah, you could do that too if you got if you got room and you got the scratch to do it.
All right. Maybe for now, we could turn one of the rooms in, and we could always double up or something.
Yeah.
If Zori didn't mind, she and I could share a room where she wants her privacy.
I don't care.
Then we could use whatever the smallest room is as a bathroom.
The tub.
Oh yeah.
We're saying-
Privacy,
So-
privacy. This hold on. There was something. Oh yeah. Stop being mean to Alaric. He's looking right
What?
at Zorith.
Oh,
What did I do? What did I do?
Stringing that man along. I swear to God, I didn't think you that kind of person.
Twiggy, you don't understand.
What don't I understand? He basically told her that, he digs her. And she just kind of blew him off.
No, she didn't blow him off. She didn't understand.
I start to cry. And
Oh,
I run
no.
upstairs.
Oh no.
What's there to not understand? When I think it's pretty clear when somebody says they don't want to borrow the boots, they want to borrow the wearer.
It was too subtle. It's too subtle.
She's not very experienced, Twiggy.
That was too subtle?
It was.
I'm going to tell him to get a club.
No, you're gonna stay out of it. What? We'll let Aloric know that she's just not experienced, and this is new to her. And then we'll stay out of it.
Well, that,
You want to
okay.
go to her?
She needs a minute.
Okay. So we need to get some furniture. At least get one room furnished today, but over time we'll need to furnish a 5-bedroom house, have some exterior painting done. Well, 4 bedrooms plus quarters, so we need bedroom furniture for 5, but we'd like to get one furnished today. And a small table and a couple chairs for the kitchen, and then kitchen things. Can we do all that today, do you think? Not the whole house. Enough to get lived that somebody could stay there tonight?
Yeah, probably. I mean, if you don't mind secondhand stuff.
No?
Oh, I think fine.
Yeah. Let's see. So, bedroom. So you're gonna want obviously bed, wardrobe,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
dresser.
Yeah.
What's that thing? The vanity.
A side table would probably be enough.
Okay. You're gonna want a mirror.
Yeah, mirror.
Okay.
And then a comfortable chair.
Okay. Something padded. Okay.
For the we're gonna hire a live-in housekeeper, and so when she retires to her room, she'll probably stay in there when we're there, and so something comfortable to sit in and read or knit or.
All right. Yeah. What's the house that you got?
Tell him.
Oh. Yeah, that's a decent place. The last people who lived there moved out because they didn't like being so close to the Ferosian temple. I don't know what the problem is. It's not like it smells, because it don't.
Quiet neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good house.
So he tells us where to go shop.
Yeah, he actually says, you know, I got kind of a light day. If you want, I can take care of this for you.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
How much do you need?
He got free lunch on it.
To be on the safe side and to get something that's make sure that it's decent, let's say 50 gold. I'll bring you back whatever I don't spend.
Perfect.
Give it to him.
All right.
All right.
Are there windows upstairs?
In the inn?
Like in our bedrooms?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Your bedrooms have windows. You got the good rooms.
Okay. I'll let you guys go ahead and finish, and then I'll tell you what I'm about to do.
She's gonna jump out the window. Well, we're done with Wiggy. I was gonna walk up to the bar.
You want to do her first or me first?
I don't know. It's up to you.
You were
Do her
you-
first.
All right.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Aloric, do you have a second?
Of course.
I'm not gonna get too involved because Zori can talk to you, but she wasn't blowing you off. She's just not very experienced.
I never said she was. Wiggy.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
told him I didn't think she was interested. I tried to be plain, and there was no reaction. So I simply took it as a lack of interest. And I was simply lamenting my misfortune.
Well, again, I don't want to speak for her. That's between the two of you, but she just needs a little time. She's new to this.
New to...
Dating. Courting.
Relationships.
But she's elven. She's lived for probably close to a century.
She and Arimynn didn't have a typical upbringing. They raised each other on the streets.
Oh,
They're still very young in a lot of ways.
I didn't realize.
So, just a little patience. I think she's worth it.
I would agree. I will
We just
be patient, then. I have
Smile.
time.
I walk back over to the table.
All right. Zorth?
I misty step outside,
Okay.
and what time of the day is it?
It's lunchtime. It's probably halfway through the lunch hour.
I walk back over to where Nilla was working, and I sit out front and I wait for her out front the house.
Okay. How long are you going to wait?
Until she's off work.
Oh, all right.
Or until they come out to see what's going on, whatever.
All right. So, back at the Wrath.
Arimynn goes up to check on Zori.
You knock on the door. There's no answer.
I open it.
She's not there.
Uh-oh.
Close it back. Go back downstairs.
How is she?
I wouldn't know.
She didn't answer?
She's not there.
I think she knows Wiggy's an idiot, right? I mean, he means well, but
Well,
He has a terminal case of foot and mouth disease.
well, on top of us earlier, it was probably just a lot. She's a grown-up. She'll come home. Or she won't. She'll leave us forever.
Did you really just say that?
No.
Okay. I feel horrible.
well,
We can't end on a somber, sad like this. So
Yeah, we can.
I feel horrible.
As Zorith relaxes on the grass, leaning up against the wall to the inner enclave across from where Grinylla works, the three of you sit at your table in the Wrath in silence.
Well, I'm not going to sit there for hours. Right?
Well, but this is, at lunchtime,
okay.
You're sitting there trying to figure out, well, shit, now what?
I'm going to go clean the house.
Well,
Get it ready.
as you sit there, that's where we'll end this week.
Aww.
And we will pick this up in 3 days.
Oh, that's cool.
Not very long at all.
No.
Can we just play every 3 days from now on?
Oh my
No.
god, I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
I'm not sure I could do it.
We're going to have to wait a whole week.
Yes,
My
but
word.
yep. So that's where we'll stop for this week, and that's where we will end our marathon. Whew. Man, 8 o'clock this morning seems like a long way away.
But we'll do it again next year.
Yes, we will definitely do this again next year. So thank you very much, everyone who watched and who chatted with us, who donated, who shared information about what we were doing on social media, who contributed to all of the games. Thanks to Buddy who ran the second game. Thanks to Mike for running the first one. Thanks to Nikki for running the third one.
We were possums.
Yes, we were possums. And please remember, it's not too late to go to this link, bit.ly/3OJMDOX, and the M is capitalized. And that'll take you directly to our donations page. And please give what you can. It's all going to the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Pam, do we have a final tally on how much we've raised overall today?
50 for us, and the last I saw on Extra Life, about 50 minutes ago, they usually do it every hour. It was at 11.6 million. So I'm sure over 12 when they do the next update at 11 o'clock. So
Excellent.
very
Excellent.
If you missed any of the shows today, you'll be able to see them here on the Twitch page, and then they'll also at some point be uploaded onto YouTube probably. But you should be able to watch replays of all the games if you missed anything.
Yep. I'm hoping to have them all up on Monday with our normal episodes, but we'll see. The Adobe Media Encoder seems to be operating at about the same speed that Grinylla walks. So,
and 2 quick shout outs. Like our good friend Buddy's in the chat, and Johnny Shoes was in the chat a little bit ago, who also started the day with us at 8:30. So thank you, Johnny, for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. As always, stay safe, stay sane, wear your mask. And, oh, yeah, we should probably say congratulations to President-elect Biden. We finally know the waiting is over. So we will see you next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern U.S. time for more here in the lands of Aecathan. Good night, everybody.